making capital. This guy again. Right, here we are. How are we doing today? Welcome to another episode of With Enough Prep Time. I'm your host, the Nerd Man, and whoa, what happened there?
K-Dot lost us.
K-Dot, you got a bit like I don't know what's happening with you, like you're going through a tunnel. Or
Turn
something.
your radio off, K-Dot. You got started.
Yeah, so today we're going to be watching one of the greatest movies ever made. It
Why
should
you
have won
making me do
Oscars.
this?
I don't know why this movie didn't win Oscars. It's baffling to me, with the performances by Star-Lord, one of the greatest characters of all time in a movie, the pure logic and storytelling prowess of this movie with everything that happens with Doctor Strange in it, the ice cream jokes. It's a fucking masterpiece, and I don't know what's wrong with you, jaded fanboy. Why do you dislike this movie?
Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about the stupid. They don't care about story. They don't care about plot. They don't care about characterization. All they care about is, oh, look at the pretty superheroes flying all across the screen. As long as the special effects are good, that's all the audience demands. No audience member went into this movie going, gee, I hope the story works. Gee, I hope the plot is good. Nobody gives a damn. So that's why.
So before I go on to like a full on kind of rant by you, K-Dot, what was your impression of the movie? Because I know you've got to go like pretty soon.
Well, as you know, I would like to make this comment first. The great Martin Scorsese would be very proud of this film. if we is on Earth 2, but we're in Earth 1, and that is not true. But my first impressions of it, I mean, like I say about many Marvel products, the visuals was great. Thanos was CGI well done, very quotable villain. But when you get down to me wanting the dialogue that wasn't there, it wasn't there. Like, for example, me and Nerdman brought this up many times. We wanted the heroes to challenge the villain, not in a physical way, but in a verbal manner. You only got that twice in the film with Doctor Strange and Gamora. I wanted Captain America to do it. I wanted Iron Man to do it.
Well, I don't think we got it with with Doctor Strange. Really, I have to say.
No, we did. We did it in the Titan scene when they were sitting down before they attacked him. He tried, but he failed.
What up, man?
And
I'll be curious to go to see that scene again, because I remember it being more like a sparring kind of dialogue with each other, where Thanos is basically laying out what he's doing, but Doctor Strange isn't really challenging him. And then, of course, there's
but there's at least that back and forth is the point, right? At least there's some back and forth.
Something.
But it's not exactly Joker taking on Batman, where like you're literally, they're getting to the meat of what Joker's trying to do. Or even Superman, Lex Luthor in the original Superman movie, where he's like, is this how what did he say? Is this how a sick mind like yours gets its kicks, right? Like he's talking directly about like what Lex Luthor's plan is. And there's better ones. There's Wonder Woman and Ares, like at the end of Wonder Woman, as much as they say about the third act being a problem. So I don't think there's my point of having that discussion with the villain has always been, hey, you need that discussion, especially with somebody who has an ideological difference with the heroes, about why what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, but they can't do that. They couldn't do that in Infinity War because there was the writers didn't actually have a counter argument to Thanos' point.
Right.
But you have to write to be able to have a counterpoint to Thanos' plan. The writers have to think one up. The writers couldn't think up a counter argument, so they just ignored it altogether. The
Right.
audience didn't care because the audience spent the next year and a half having the discussion themselves. Why should the movie have to bother doing it? The audience will do it themselves. The movie knew that.
Yeah, but I also think like what you're saying is true, like about them not having a counter argument. But it was also that if you any counter argument to Thanos' plan would have made him look stupid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like
Or-
the plan's so absurd. Like
Or what we could have done is we could have had the what if, and we could have had T'Challa speak to Thanos, and that would have just changed his mind.
right.
You know, just have to, that was the problem with Infinity War. T'Challa wasn't there talking to Thanos. If all they had, if only T'Challa spoke to Thanos, the Infinity War movie would have been over. But
Yeah.
alas,
Yeah, but okay. So K dot so I'm gonna tell my initial impressions of the movie after you, but just because I know you've got to wrap up soon. So
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
just.
continue with what you were saying, man. That was a good point.
I mean, if I had to say things I liked about the film, like I say, the action, the visuals. I loved Iron Man's new nanotech suit.
oh
Thought
yeah,
it was
definitely.
cool. Captain America, while he didn't say much, hey, he's I'm a Captain America fanboy in the MCU.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like.
Thor
His
saying
presence was just so well done.
Thor saying to bring me Thanos line, thought it was epic. Eh,
That's about all I can think of at the moment.
I mean, let me try and find one more thing. I mean, Thanos is it grows on me, but Thanos's quotes. He's very quotable.
You
Very
know,
quotable. He started to rub off on me, but since I seen him in
yeah,
Endgame, which was a better performance of his character, he's how I
yeah.
wanted. The way he acted in Endgame
He
is
was
what I
a
wanted in
savage.
Incredible. Yes, less
He
merciful.
was a savage, but he should have been the same Thanos that was in the first movie, and that should have been an evolution because that it was just like moments that should have been epic, like just weren't like, or they were, but they were less epic because it was a different Thanos. Like when the Scarlet Witch confronts him and says, "Hey, you know, you did all this shit." Right to me, and he's like, I don't even know who you are. If that was the
Well,
real Thanos, the
yeah.
Thanos
Well,
from the first one, and he's just so fucking, dedicated to his mission and whatever that he'd literally forgotten her, that would have been epic. Like like he's like like M Bison in the only good scene in Street Fighter One, like
Right.
which is
well,
M
see,
Bison's
well,
like, oh, like, to me it was just Tuesday to Chong Li, right? Like that would have been like,
well, see, this is my thing with Thanos. Like my issue with how they did it from Infinity War to Endgame, but mainly Infinity War. But now that we have Endgame, I can say this. Endgame Thanos was basically 2014 Thanos from Guardians, the one who said he was going to bathe the stars with Ronin's blood. That was him, and I love that
mhm,
Thanos. I was like, damn, you're going to do that shit to Ronin? Now that's epic. But
mhm.
I wish they showed like maybe a flashback or something quick to why he's so merciful now. Because 2014 to 2018 is not that far apart.
Oh, he's merciful like all through this fucking, yeah, like through
Yeah,
Infinity
like
War and
I,
Endgame.
I, I just
And
I
But that's
wondered
easy. But
I
that's
wondered
easy.
what happened because I'm like, what did happen? How do you go from I want to bathe the starways with the Ronin, I'll bathe the starways with Ronin's blood to I just want to snap everyone at random. He was already had that, but I'm like, why are you being so merciful and not just savagely killing people like he did with
right.
2014 Thanos? It was just weird. I wish we seen like a flashback or something. Something. I didn't give me
Hey,
nothing.
by the way, Jaded, we've got to do convenience points. Every time something happens in this plot that we're watching, like when we watch Infinity War, that is convenient just so the story can continue,
Oh, Deus Ex
we have
Machina.
to. Well, not even a Deus Ex Machina, because that's more like just something happening, like where like so that the
That's what this
hero
movie's
can
full of.
Oh,
happen.
oh yeah, hey,
It is kind of. You're right. You're right. It is. Yeah, go on.
Nerman. You also have to talk about how Doctor Strange could have easily opened a portal on his ship and went home when he said he wanted to go home.
Right, because he's
Remember?
opening portals all over like literally.
Dude,
Here's an idea, Doctor Strange. Use the goddamn time stone once. Just use it. You
That's
have
a
the time
convenient
stone.
point.
No, that's not. That's bullshit.
That's what I mean by
that line. I love that line. I did 14 million futures and we lost every one of them. Here's an idea. Did you use the time stone in any of them? Because you would have easily.
Wait a second. You just brought up a good point. He uses the time stone.
Yeah.
Right then, he used the.
He uses the time stone to check out 14 million alternate realities. Here's an idea. Use it on Thanos to stop him. No, can't do that. Can't do that.
Doesn't he say he can't use the time stone?
When?
Like he can use it. He can use it anytime he wants to.
He can use it anytime he wants to.
No, but he's saying he cannot use it. He's not allowed to. Not that he can't, i.e., he's incapable.
No, I mean, in order for them to, and I'm doing this with my fingers, the two fingers, the quotes. In order for them to win with their one way, which is bullshit, there's actually two ways that they can win. I already thought of three, but
there's five. There's loads of ways.
Yeah, there's a lot. But see, and this is the thing, because I'm still wondering. We know there's two reasons. Well, there's one reason right now. They needed to have a second movie, and they needed Iron Man to be the one that ends it all, and let him die and be the one that saves us all. But this is my thing. That 14 million, the 14,605 possibilities is because now that Loki is here and the Kang thing came up, like,
yeah, good point.
Was that for Kang? Because I'm like, because this is my thing. This is my thing with the Kang thing, because I think it has to do with Infinity War. Like, what was Kang's? Why did Kang have to have this go the way it had to go? This way. Yeah. I'm just saying, because I understand he had to have Loki and Sylvie meet up at that certain point to meet him, to kill him, and do what they had to do. But I'm like, Doctor Strange could have still figured out, done something smarter, instead of saying, "Oh, there's only one way we can win," when he knows there's multiple ways we can win. Like, the only reason they did it was just so we can have a sequel. That is it. Other people tell you other reasons, but the only reason they made that dumb 14,605 ways, because I'm like this: how do you have so many possibilities and you only one out of one of those possibilities? That's the only one you get.
Well, the point is when somebody says to you that winning the lottery is a 1 in 100 million chance, right? Like 1 in 15 million, 1 in 20 million. Yeah. What that means is you can't win the lottery. It doesn't mean that, or not you can't. It's really, really so impossible for you to win it. Minuscule for you to win the lottery that it's just not going to happen, right? Or if somebody's like looking at somebody's DNA profile and they say there's a 1 in a billion chance that this has to be that specific person, right? Because it's like the proportion of it, of having, or the fact that somebody would have a DNA match close to yours is so fucking implausible. It's only 1 in, 7 million or something. Him saying it's 1 in a 14 million whatever chance is basically saying the Avengers are losing.
Yeah,
that's basically it. Like, unless something so wacky happens, right?
Something so specific.
Well, Nerdman, I'll actually say this because, this thing in the Avengers case. Now, let's say if the team was like Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, and another human character, super basic team, then I think they'll only have one chance out of the 40 million. But with the way this Avengers team is, and mind you, the whole thing about the movie is that the Avengers are separated, so they're gonna lose separately throughout the movie. But they had Thor, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, all these powerful people that can easily defeat Thanos.
But they never used them. You hardly ever used Scarlet Witch. You hardly ever saw Vision do anything, right? You didn't even have the Hulk, for Christ's sakes. Okay,
that's why they sidelined them. That's why they
sidelining
put
all
people.
these powerful characters
It's for
just so
convenience.
that you could have this specific way of winning.
Yeah.
So no, there
Right.
wasn't 14 million ways of losing. There was 14 million ways of winning. We
Right.
just picked this one.
Yeah,
Right. Anyway, let me
and
get to some of these comments. Oh,
that's
go,
also
go, go.
another thing Jada brought up that's good. They literally had to find a way to suppress the OP people.
Yeah.
Like for
Right.
example, Thor didn't have a hammer for majority of the movie, even though he didn't need a hammer because the lesson in Ragnarok was that you
He could
are
control
not the
that
god of
lightning.
hammers. Your power is in you, but
Right.
whatever. His character basically regressed and had to run after Hammer. Doctor Strange, the 14,605 possibility was keeping them from going all out because he was basically playing the game. Scarlet Witch, she was protecting
One
Vision so
great
much he
scene.
barely did anything. Hulk,
Right.
cucked, kicked out of the movie because he's trash. He always been trash. That's what I've been saying. He hasn't been good since Avengers 1. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. 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 But that's
Um,
what that's the whole thing of this movie is just like everything is conveniently done. Like Thanos not killing people. Why?
Okay, but Thanos
Why?
makes sense. I understand why they did Thanos because they wanted to start off Thanos as he's the big bad. He's the big villain you got to get to. The problem was because the movies took so long, Thanos ended up becoming a fan favorite. So the writers went, okay, now we're going to make him a sympathetic villain. So that
Yeah.
way we have like a really deep character.
But he's not
Bullshit.
deep.
You started him off as a force of nature that was going to kill half the universe. That's the villain we got. That's the villain we want. Then they went, no, we're going to make him a sympathetic villain where he wants to be a gardener after he does all this.
Oh, by the way, because we're gonna
I want to
start the
see a
watch thing,
sunset. That's what I want
we're
to
gonna
do.
actually start the watch party pretty soon. I wanted to address two things. One, the comments, and then two, I wanted to talk about Thanos' depiction in the latest What if you've seen it. Um, and the problems that causes. But again, with a caveat that I do think it's a children's show, and I don't know how connected it is to the MCU. But like, I'll do the comments
I mean,
first. So
yeah, go ahead, there, man.
okay, so the What If show is sucking for me. They should have just adapted the stories from the comics. I mean, they have the rights to all the characters. Very good point.
Yep.
Very good point. I love
it is, but nobody knows. But the majority of fans, you have to remember, the majority of comic book fans today don't read comic books. So if you were to do a Spider-Man What If with the last day storyline or the clone storyline, the fans are going, I don't know what this is. You can't do the Phoenix Saga. You can't even do a What If of the Phoenix Saga because the majority of the fans are going, who's the Phoenix? So you can't really do the comic book What Ifs because 90% of the people watching these comic book movies have never read a comic book. So they don't know anything except what's on the movies they've seen. So it's a good idea, but it wouldn't work, and it just wouldn't work.
I don't know that it wouldn't work. Like, I mean, they could choose specific ones
They could
that
choose
focus
specific ones,
on
but
the
it
characters that are in the MCU, right?
Well,
Like,
because the thing with the What Ifs, just like this MCU one, in order
Yeah.
for you to understand these MCU What Ifs, you have to watch the MCU to understand these. I mean,
Right.
anyone can watch it, mind you. Anybody can watch it. A random person could watch these What Ifs and of the MCU, and they'll be fine. You know, they'll watch it for different reasons. But if you want to have like a full grasp of the nostalgia and all that stuff and changes, you would have to watch the MCU movies that they are basing this What If off of. So I see what Jaded is saying. Like they could do the comic book What Ifs from the comics. They could, but like all the What Ifs I haven't even read, so I'd be all like, like what are they doing a What If of? Because they usually do What Ifs based off of like stories they already did prior, and they make their changes based off previous story. But they can do it. Not saying they can't, but they usually do What Ifs based off what was already established.
Yeah, because one of my favorite what if stories is from like the 1970s or 80s, where it's what if Conan the Barbarian, because there was a Conan the Barbarian comic book series by Marvel. They go, what happens if Conan entered the Marvel universe? And it was a great storyline, but you can't do that what if as a TV episode because people are going, Conan, who?
Mhm.
So
and then you have people who know about Conan wondering like, why the heck is Conan going to the
Conan
Marvel universe?
in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, it's
Right,
gonna
right.
confuse people.
I've got to address this point before we go on. So respect your opinions, but this is Cyber Assassin 369. Respect your opinions, but still can't take this discussion seriously when you
I'm not
rank
touching this one.
BVS Lex Luthor above MCU Loki. Hey,
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 I
man.
didn't say that.
Hey, man.
Blame this guy. Blame
Hey,
this
Hey,
guy.
man.
I'm sorry. You're
Hey,
alone.
man. Hey, man. What? You know, look. Lex Luthor in BVS, yeah, over Avengers Loki did more dastardly shit.
Hey,
I'm
look,
sorry.
Nerman, I'll say this.
That's
Nerman, I'll
straight
give
up
you this.
facts. That is straight up facts. And
Nerman,
you
I'll
know
give
it.
you this. Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor over Loki show Loki. I'll give you that. I'll give you
yeah.
that ammunition. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, man. Look, I think Loki, all in all, is a better character because he's had more stuff to do. Like in terms of like he was in Thor 1,
And he's prettier.
He was quite good in Thor 1. He was in the Avengers. I thought he was funny in the Avengers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like I don't hate on Loki in the Avengers. I just think he was a shitty villain. Like as a villain, he was not like to be taken seriously. Right? He was like, it was a joke. The whole fucking thing was a joke.
Yeah, but that's because Loki was geared to the 14-year-old girls. That's all he was there for. You think he was there to be a villain? He wasn't there to be a villain. He was there to get 14-year-old girls to watch these movies. Come on.
They did the same thing with Ultron, except Ultron had actually a pretty much more dastardly plan. Basically, Loki's point in the whole film of Avengers was just there to be the Avengers punching back. He was like there to be the first villain that they have, to drop some good quips and to be the Avengers punch. Everyone got a fucking beat on Loki in that movie, dude. Like Black Widow. Hawkeye fucked up, Loki at one point. Obviously, Hulk trashed him. Everyone got a beat on him, man. Like it wasn't even like he was just he was not intimidating in the slightest.
And I'm not saying his point.
That wasn't his point. To be fair, I'm not trying to And my whole point of the BVS thing was actually Lex Luthor was a better villain in the sense of what he actually did throughout the film was far more fucking dastardly. In comparison with what he's capable of, obviously. I mean, he's just a human, whereas Loki's a god. But in comparison of what he's capable of, blowing up the Capitol building, doing like throwing Lois off a fucking building. Like he was just all the time fucking doing dastardly evil shit. Now, could they have picked a better actor to do that, to execute that Lex Luthor? Absolutely. I've never disagreed.
Hey, Nerdman, hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
I would have rather took Vin Diesel over Jesse Eisenberg.
Okay, hold on. I need to type in a quote. I respect your opinions, but I can't take this decision seriously if you pick Vin Diesel over anybody.
Yeah. No, that's going too
Diesel.
far. I think with the right direction, even Jesse Eisenberg could have done a good job of that.
If you had Vin Diesel, the quote of the movie would have been, "We're a family. We're a family. We'll defeat Thanos because we're a family."
They gave him bad direction as well as
to be fair,
a bad performance.
To be fair, I don't think Jesse Eisenberg is a good actor, anyways, because he's like. He was
good in The Social Network. I mean, he was. If he played what he did in The Social Network,
Michael Cera. He's literally like Michael Cera. He plays himself in every single movie.
Oh, you mean like Ryan Reynolds?
All right.
Yeah, all right. They play themselves every single movie. Like Jesse Eisenberg, his range. He takes what he is and tries to put in every character he plays, and he can't do that. Like imagine Jesse Eisenberg trying to play Superman. Like let's say Jesse actually bulked up. He's not gonna act like Clark. He's going to act like Jesse as Superman.
Yeah.
Even if you had him ask him to play Batman, he could possibly do it. He bulked up. He'll be Jesse Eisenberg as Batman. He won't be
Right.
Bruce Wayne. That's his
Right.
problem. He has no range as an actor.
Yeah.
That's
No,
I think,
you're right. But I
I
think the
majority
same
of
of
his
Ben
movies.
Affleck. I think the same of Ben Affleck.
Yeah, same
I
with Ben.
like.
Ben is kind of his range is kind of lacking.
Yeah, it's lacking, bro.
And this is a watch party, ladies and gentlemen. We'll eventually get to the watching part eventually. I don't know when. This is a watch party. Good thing this isn't a discussion about comic books whatsoever. Just
You know what? I think we should get the shebang going. Can you join us for the first 10 minutes, Kaido, or do you have to just bounce, bro?
I do gotta bounce. I gotta get some rest and stuff. But if you stream
Yeah.
again later, I'll be on for that one. I gotta get like
Alright.
at least five
no
hours of
problem.
sleep at most. So I'm
No
gonna catch you
problem.
later.
Week.
I gotta give me
Oh,
some
no. He told me before,
Oh,
man.
I know. I'm just kidding.
He told me before.
But
Don't
you
worry.
guys be safe, Jaded, Nerdman. Enjoy watching this horrible movie. If you guys need help, call an ambulance. Please call an ambulance. This movie is trash. Catch you guys later.
Catch you later, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, should we get this shebang started?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean,
beautiful
it's been half an hour, and people are like, "Can we watch the movie so we can like?"
Yeah, trash this movie. I'm not gonna I'm gonna be honest about it. Like, I have to say, like, usually when I watch movies with plot holes and stuff like that, the first time I watch it, it's really bad, and then the second time or third time, I'm more like, I know they're already there, and I get to enjoy the movie a bit more than the last time. So hopefully this might even change my mind mildly by watching it again. I'm always open to my mind being changed. But we'll see. So we're gonna start. Have you got your copy up?
My copy up?
Yeah.
Of the movie?
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Cool.
Could have told me I needed to have this set up ahead of time.
I thought you wouldn't know that.
How the hell do I know what I'm doing?
While you're doing that, I'll look at some of these comments. So I think because in the beginning they were planning to following the Thanos story from the comics, where he was fascinated by death but dropped that halfway through. Yeah,
that's
that clearly
what they
was happening. That clearly happened. And then they made him another MCU sympathetic villain. I mean, I like sympathetic villains, but like the MCU uses them, I think, just in a way that they're so paper. It's like, I don't feel like what's his name in Civil War, the character from Civil War. Fuck. What is the villain's name in Civil War?
Oh, Zemo.
Baron Zemo. I don't feel like what he went through, the tragedy he went through, informed everything he did during that movie. That's not how that movie functioned. Like when I think of great sympathetic villains, Thanos is, for instance, like pretty good because everything that he's doing or he feels, or his philosophy of life does actually inform his every action, and you can see that like that's spread throughout the whole film. And then there's sympathetic villains. Let me think of a really good one. I'm trying to think of a really, really good example.
Of a sympathetic villain?
Yeah.
Watch a Disney movie.
Well, I mean, the one that keeps coming to mind is actually from there's there's two American films, but like American Beauty, right? I don't know if you've seen American Beauty.
Oh God, no.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Really?
why would I watch that?
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. But there's like this character in it who is a military guy who's afraid of his son being gay, and he's afraid of his son being, like he's really super strict, and he's just like completely controlling of his son and his wife's lives, and he's a super conservative guy.
Okay.
And by the end of it, you realize like he's actually gay himself, and that's why he's been like that. But the way it informs the whole story and the reveal, it completely tracks and makes sense of all of his actions throughout the movie. Baron Zemo, which it's not a great example. I was trying to think of an action movie example of a great sympathetic villain. Baron Zemo, it's just like, oh, let's just throw a little, like sympathetic story in at the end to make this character have depth, because he's been a one note character throughout the whole fucking movie. He was
Right.
completely mission oriented, right?
Right.
There was nothing. There was nothing else to his character, like throughout the whole movie. No allusions to why he was doing what he was doing or anything like that. It's just like right at the end of the movie, he just tells some sympathetic story, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Baron Zemo was actually a good MCU villain." No, he wasn't. He was not. The movie's good. I'll give you that. The airport scene is bullshit, and there's a lot of MCU crap in it. But all in all, I think the movie's actually a decent movie, like Civil War, in comparison with a lot of MCU movies. But certainly the villain is not like one of the reasons. So this is why I hate things like time travel, and alternate. By the way, Fenya, if you want to jump on, just let me know. Time travel and alternate realities. It gives a lot of excuses to why the heroes' behaviors are stupid. I mean, the Avengers had the stones, but never used them too. Right, exactly.
Well, they couldn't use them, because if they used them, the movie would be over.
Right, exactly. Well, that's the only reason they couldn't use them.
Yeah.
Get rid of their enemies. Right. Okay. So that's what they had to say.
Yeah, I'm set up.
You're set up? Good.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna try and keep this so that we're watching the same thing. So I'm literally on 0.0000. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, go, and we'll start watching this movie. So you tell me when you're
There we
ready
go.
to.
Yeah, I'm at like 17 seconds. I got the Marvel logo intro going.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't said 1, 2, 3, go yet, but it's
Oh my
support.
God! Well, okay, go. My God.
Yeah. So
Okay,
where are
000. Whenever.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Yeah, Marvel logo, right?
Now we got to sift through this logo.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to fast forwarding through this. I've never actually seen it all the way through.
By the way, anytime you want to pause, just let me know. If there's something you want to pause and rant about.
Oh, so you want this to be a 7-hour video then?
No, only if you really need to. You can talk over it otherwise. If it's something big, like. Because I've got a vid coming on up after this as well. I have to say, I do like the CG in the beginning bit. And Ebony Maw is amazing. He's fucking hilarious. By the Great Titan. He's such a fucking zealot to the cause.
Which is what makes him so good.
But he gets killed way too quickly. I love him. Like I think he's better than Thanos, honestly.
Well, I think all of his lieutenants, like the girl, the big bulky guy that's supposed to have fought the Hulk, this guy, the Wizard, they're all designed to fight the Avengers.
Yeah. And But he's the best one though by far.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have a preference. I'm just saying that all three lieutenants are literally designed to take on the Avengers.
But this whole thing, this is what pisses me off about this opening scene. This should have been like people go on like this is a great intro to Thanos. A great intro to Thanos would have been showing how he took out all of the fucking Asgardians and just murdered them. Right? Like this would be like if Steppenwolf in Justice League, you just see the end where he takes the thing off the Amazons, but you don't see him actually killing all the Amazons first. It's lazy.
Because they wanted the focus to be on the Thanos versus Hulk fight. That was the whole point. They wanted to focus on Loki dying. They wanted to focus on the Hulk. If you did a 5-minute battle, then it would have then the whole Loki thing and the whole Thor. How would you explain the Hulk fight then? You know what I mean? So they had to eliminate that so that you as an audience would focus on this scene.
Mm-hmm. Hiddleston.
Oh, okay, hold on. Push pause for a second.
Okay, I'll say 1, 2, 3, go, and then we pause. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. When I saw Loki, okay, this is a little bit of comic book history, so I'll try and make it quick. When I saw Loki wanting to plan on being Thanos' like advisor, in the comic books, right, there was a character named Mephisto who was the right-hand man of Thanos. I thought what the movie was going to do was absolutely brilliant. Since they didn't have the character Mephisto, they were going to make Loki Thanos' right-hand man. And I thought, oh, I'm loving this movie now. But then when he kills Loki, I go, you had a brilliant way of connecting the comic book, the miniseries, to this movie, and they blew it.
Well, they just wanted to make you like hate, or not hate, but like see how badass Thanos is. So they needed.
Oh, I agree, but I'm saying having Loki replace Mephisto for us comic book fans who actually read the comics would have been brilliant. Would have been a great way of replacing Mephisto. Just a little complaint that I had. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3, go. It's just like, how did he defeat Thor? You know, like.
Yeah, they can't show that. That's why there was no 5-minute battle scene.
And think about this: if Hulk was on that ship anyway, why wouldn't he have already been fighting Thanos?
Well, yeah. What's Hulk doing right now? What is Hulk doing right now in the movie? He's off screen waiting for his cue. And it's like, here's the other part. Why isn't Loki using the Tesseract? We already know he knows how to use the Tesseract. Use the Tesseract to, I don't know, leave? No, we got to have this forced soliloquy attempt at trying to deceive Thanos. It was just so ridiculous. Oh, there he is. You know,
look, this is the Hulk, Savage Hulk, who's been training on planet War or whatever for so many years, and this is his fighting skills. And
yeah, but
I mean, like, dude, this is ridiculous.
But you see, here's the thing. Here's why I do not bitch about this scene, because this is the Superman syndrome. You have to like in the Avengers TV show, okay, to introduce new people to new supervillains, to let the people know that this supervillain was really powerful. They would knock out Superman. So if a villain can knock out Superman, he must be powerful. So what they're doing with this is nobody knows who Thanos is. Nobody understands his power level. So they have to do it quick and dirty to go, this is how powerful Thanos is. He's taking out your two biggest guys. He took out Thor and he took out Hulk. That's this movie's way of trying to go, this is how badass Thanos is. It's a cheap use, but that's what it's for.
No, I know, I get that, but like the problem is one Hulk doesn't come back after, but
Oh yeah, that's
that's
inexcusable.
beside the point. That's beside the point. Um, this battle would have been fine for me if Hulk came back after and had a super powered battle with Thanos afterwards, right?
Like if
And
it was all about the Hulk going, I want a rematch,
yeah,
and it was all about Hulk trying to get to Thanos instead of Thor, I would have loved that.
yeah, yeah. But but the problem as well with it doesn't make sense of Hulk's powers that have
Oh
been
no, it doesn't.
established
It doesn't. I
in
understand, but
established. It's just weird. Like
oh, I
you
agree.
get
But that's
you
the
get
point
you get
of it.
Spider-Man and Iron Man, like facing Thanos, like where he's throwing fucking moons at them later,
Right.
and yet he just knocks out the Hulk like that with a fucking body
Right.
press slam.
I'm not saying it's a good plot device. I'm just
But
saying
it's a plot
that's the
device.
point
Yeah.
of it. Oh, and also the fact that Loki decides to want to take out Thanos by stabbing him.
Yeah.
That was just so ridiculous to me. Like, what was the point?
Yeah, exactly. Like he was going to stab Thanos after he's just wrecked the whole ship of Asgardians.
Yeah, you just saw him take out Thor, obviously. You saw him do all the destruction. Hey, I think my dagger could take him out of, Again, a forced way you literally had to force a way of getting Loki killed by Thanos.
I'm so fed up of Loki like acting like this.
Oh, I don't mind. I never had a problem with it because I never took, again, like you said, I never took Loki as a serious threat, so it didn't bother me that he never was, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, see, to me, him wanting to join with Thanos, I thought was a brilliant idea if they were going to try and follow the comic book miniseries, right?
yeah. Hey, man, I guess you don't have headphones, right?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to put the volume lower? Because I can just keep it on.
Yeah,
okay.
because you can hear it like a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm worried about the stream getting taken down because.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to take you down with this little dagger. I just saw the Hulk. You couldn't pound you into submission, but this little, 4-inch dagger, I think, is going to take you down.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be a god, does he?
No, it's not that he wants to be a god. He's just saying no matter what you do, you can kill me, you can have all this power, but you'll still never be what I am. It's just basically, it's like a desperate attempt at trying to establish, I'm still better than you. You kicked my ass, but I'm still better than you because I'm a god and you never will be.
Yeah. Well, no resurrections this time, except there was one.
There was one anyway, so.
So this is what he could have done the whole time.
Yeah, he could have done this at any time.
Wait a second, was he getting the Power Stone from this ship?
He got the Power Stone from the Tesseract. This is his first Power Stone.
Oh, okay.
This is his first Infinity Stone, not the Power.
Because Loki had it. Yeah. Because Loki had it. All right, got you. So look how merciless he is in that fucking scene. So why isn't he just killing off the rest of the fucking? Because everyone's always
saying like, the dialogue. But then you wouldn't have had the dialogue. The movie doesn't care.
Wait, Jaded, the excuse that people normally give me for why Thanos, right?
Well, hold on. Push pause.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Pause.
Okay.
All right. Let me just finish what I was saying. The excuse people usually give me about why Thanos is not killing people throughout this movie is that Ebony Maw line in the beginning where he says, "Let him have his fun," right? But he just had his
Well,
fun, and
let
then
him
he
have his
murdered.
fun with the Hulk. That was it.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
used.
No, but
That was.
wait, Jaded. But wait, Jaded. He then went on to murder everyone. He murdered Loki. He murdered Thor. He murdered
He didn't
everyone.
murder.
He did. He just blew up the whole ship. As far as he knows, that was killing. Or sorry, he attempted to kill
Okay, yeah,
Thor.
he attempted, right?
Yeah, right? Because he blew up the whole ship. So he thought everyone on that ship's gonna die.
Right.
Right? So why is he fucking around with the Guardians of the Galaxy who are trying to stop him? Why is he fucking around with Spider-Man and Iron
Because
Man?
the movie needs to have that
Because
dialogue
the movie
scene.
needs it to have
The movie doesn't care if it makes sense. It's literally seen here, like right now. Okay, you're gonna have Bruce Banner, right, show up at Doctor Strange. How did Bruce Banner survive the explosion and suddenly get shot and shot to Doctor Strange's house?
No, you
How?
saw that. That was Heimdall. Heimdall opened up the rainbow.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. You saw that.
Oh, I must have missed that.
That's how
I apologize. I missed that.
No.
Whenever you're ready.
It's cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. And then there's the jokes.
They're just. They really didn't know what to do with Wong's character, so.
I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt. Epic fucking dialogue, bros.
They didn't. Again, if it wasn't for the success of the Guardians of the Galaxy, you wouldn't have had these many jokes.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, like Doctor Strange isn't keeping up on what's going on. He's just sitting in his back room, has no idea who Tony Stark is, has no idea who the Hulk is. It was just such. Who's Thanos? Yeah, because nobody.
See, the thing is about RDJ is he can pull off this fucking stuff because he's a good actor. So when he does the jokes, to me they land. But anyone else doing these jokes, I'm sorry, man. Chris Pratt is not a good actor. You can say everything you want about it. I don't find him a good actor at all. I thought he was preposterous in this latest movie.
I liked his character, so I didn't really have a problem with the acting skills of him. I get there's so many movies where the acting is just bare minimum or subpar. Yeah. I'm not really too worried about it.
And to be fair to what's her name? The woman like in this scene.
I don't know her actress's name.
I don't know the actress. She's really good as well. So she plays off him really well. But RDJ is like he is this universe. I mean, I like
that's
to me.
The problem. That's the problem. He became the MCU universe, and it was like Wolverine and the X-Men. It wasn't X-Men movies. It was just Wolverine. It was an X-Men movie starring Wolverine. These are all Avengers movies starring.
Yeah, go on.
These are all just Avengers movies starring, Iron Man.
Right.
But
I'll give the MCU a little bit more credit than that. I think they make the characters a bit more epic than the X-Men made the rest of the X-Men. Like, Wolverine was literally the only character in those X-Men movies.
But that's because they're the only ones that they focused on.
Yeah. But at least this one, they try and make the other characters interesting. I just think they do it in a bad way because basically they make you either quippy or dumb. Those are the two characters you can be in the MCU. You're either funny because you're quippy, and you're a clever scientist who's quippy, like Doctor Strange or the girl.
It's all the sarcasm, the quip, the funny line.
the Black Panther girl, or like all of those characters. And then you've got the dumb characters. Those are the two types of characters. And then you have a third kind of midway character who's kind of like Captain America light or whatever, like Black Widow,
Right.
fucking.
Well, because the movie doesn't know what to do with them. The movie doesn't know what to do with them. They have their main story, but they got it. But because they wanted to make this a two-parter, you had like it was a 2-hour movie. You only had about a 45-minute story. So they had to spend the next hour and 15 minutes just having all these random dialogue, random quips, just to fill up space. Like both of these movies.
Look at this. But Ben and Jerry's named the flavor after me. What? Start raving it? Like, what is that?
This is empty dialogue. This is all empty dialogue. This does not need to happen, but they need to fill up space so that they can make it into a 2-part movie.
And it's not only that, it's that the jokes aren't landing and people just like make excuses for this terrible fucking dialogue. Like that's littered throughout this movie. It's just like it's every 5 minutes there's just an obnoxious joke just in order to be like, oh, chuckle, get the critics to be like, oh, it might not have been the best story in the world. These might not be the best characters in the world, but at least it made me chuckle and smile a little bit. It's like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah, this is all filler. That's all this is. This is a 10-minute filler that doesn't need to happen. So to help keep you interested, here are these corny dad jokes.
Yeah, corny dad jokes. They lack so much edge. I was thinking like, the Goonies is edgier than most MCU movies. The fucking Goonies.
Well, yeah, but then again, the Goonies was pushing the limits of PG-13 at the time. So it was by default edgy because it's like Jaws. Jaws was a PG-13 movie, but that was really testing the edges. What was the other one? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, right? That was
how does Dr. Banner even know all of this shit?
The story needs him to. Plot device, convenience. He just knows it because the story needs him to be able to tell Doctor Strange and Tony what's going on. How does he know? The audience doesn't care. The audience doesn't care.
Do you remember when he turns back into Dr. Banner in Thor Ragnarok?
Oh, you mean when he jumps off the ship?
No. Before then, the first time he turns back to Dr. Banner in Thor Ragnarok, he doesn't know what the fuck's been going on. He doesn't know. He didn't know
was
that
suppressed. He was suppressed.
He'd been gone for like 2 years, and he didn't.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I think he should have been pretty much the whole time Thanos was there, right? So when exactly did he know that Thanos? He can't have known any of this shit.
He didn't.
But the action in this,
I love how he has to look. I love how he has to look. Why isn't he going to his computer system going, hello, what's going on? I think it's Victoria or something, whatever the girl's name is. Yeah. His online satellite system. Why isn't he asking her what's going on? He's got to look around and check.
No, but I like these. Some of these action scenes, although they're not the most creative action scenes in the world, it's all just CGI.
They're still amazing. Again,
CGI versus CGI, but like
this is what people are watching. They're watching for this. That's all they're watching for.
I mean, it's like the Transformers. If you just watch the Transformers action scenes, like fuck the story, just the Transformers action scenes, they're pretty good.
Right. As long as you're on everything. As long as you take into consideration that everything blows up, even grass blows up. As long as you take that into consideration, the action scenes are great. And that's
I'll give the MCU this. Like the stories are a lot better and more well crafted than say something like a Transformers. But ultimately, what I mean is that the action scenes in these are big CGI,
Because that's
whatever.
all these
But
movies have to offer.
that's not super. It's not that creative visually, in terms of characters' power sets or expressing the powers of these characters. It doesn't do a lot of creative stuff at all when it comes to that. It's just
It
like,
doesn't need to. That's the point. It doesn't need to.
yeah.
Like as much as many problems as this scene is, I wanted a Hulk versus that big guy fight scene. I wanted me and millions of other people were pissed that there was not a Hulk scene in this. Like this was
Yeah.
ripe for a Hulk scene. And
Right,
why they
exactly.
have
Versus Ebony Maw as well would have been deep.
that?
This should have been
Why?
the first. I think Thor was enough. If Thanos had just trashed Thor in the beginning, I think that would have been enough to set him up as a formidable foe rather than
Yeah.
sacrifice off the whole movie. Because Thor in the MCU has actually been shown to be quite strong
Oh
in
yeah.
comparison with
I mean,
Hulk.
he takes on the Hulk, blow by
Yeah.
blow for blow.
Yeah, so they didn't need to sacrifice Hulk for this shit. Hulk,
Oh, and here's another bullshit thing
this
about.
joke is actually pretty funny, though. I actually really like this joke.
Here's
Don't
here's what
embarrass me
ticked
in
me
front
off.
of the wizards.
I get it, but here's what ticked me off. In the first Avengers movie, right? Banner goes to Black Widow. The green guy won't let me because he said he put a gun to his mouth, and the green guy stopped him. Meaning, if his life is ever in danger, Hulk will come out. So I'm seeing him do this, and it won't come out. And I'm going, just run forward. Run to those 3 lieutenants who want to kick your ass. They're about because they'll try and kill you. Well, if they're going to try and kill you, the Hulk is going to automatically come out.
Come out, you're right.
Right? So I'm going, they purposely didn't have Bruce. Again, don't forget, Bruce Banner's a genius. He's a genius. Yeah. You don't think he would have thought of that? He knows exactly what his powers are. He knows how the Hulk works, which is why he threw himself off the ship in Thor Ragnarok, because he was assuming that before he hits the ground, the Hulk will save him. So the Hulk doesn't want to come out on his own. Force him. Walk towards whatever that big guy's name is. Walk towards him, and he's about to kill you. The Hulk will have to come out. But the movie doesn't even do that because the movie doesn't want the Hulk to come out. And that's such forced Deus Ex Machina bullshit for me.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a Deus Ex Machina. It's like so that the heroes won't win. So they have more of a challenge. They take one of the best players out, and they don't make good sense of why that player is taken out. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
Like if you had it that if all they had to do was have it that Banner was knocked out and he couldn't transform, then we're going, okay, it's stupid, but at least it's a legitimate reason. He's knocked out. He's trapped. He's helping people. Yeah. But no, I don't want to come out. Yeah, blow me.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. But look, you see all these. This is what's gonna piss me off because this action scene isn't bad, right?
Oh, it's great. I love it.
You're seeing, there's some good stuff in this. I like the Ebony Maw action scenes just in general. He's just a fucking sick. He's one of the rare MCU characters who isn't like a
throwaway.
A trope.
Oh, a trope. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a different, or an MCU trope, should I say? He's actually a different type of character than we usually see.
He's actually meant to be able to take on Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about your threats.
How the fuck did he do that when his neck was tied around?
Because the movie needed it to.
Yeah,
The
the thing was
movie.
wrapped around his neck,
Yes,
and then
why
he
are
just
you
flew off.
bringing logic into an Avengers movie? Things happen because the movie needs them to happen. Otherwise, the plot doesn't advance.
Right.
And Captain America already did that part.
Mr. Stark, hang on, kid. I'll save you. Fucking hell. Look at what he does here. This just proves
You
that
could
this
have done that
movie
10
should have been
minutes
over.
ago.
Look. That's it. Movie should have been over.
Yeah.
That
You
just
could
proves.
have done that 10 minutes ago, but it's like, and this is what I love about this. They're going to go, okay, we're going to have a fight scene. It's going to be 10 minutes. How do we end it? Oh, we'll just have Juan teleport them out there to somewhere else. Since they couldn't figure out a legitimate way to actually end the fight, they just forced the end of the fight. And the audience is going, well, why didn't you do that 10 minutes ago? Well, because we wanted the fight scene to be
Oh,
X
look,
minutes long.
Iron Boy. He's got him on pat.
Yeah, there's no, okay. I hate this constant necessity for screen time, for FaceTime. Just keep your mask on.
Yeah, with the Spider-Man actors, it's true. Spider-Man, Iron Boy. Cool. Look what I've got. It smells like a new car in here.
Yeah,
Fuck
how would
me.
he know? How would Peter Parker know what a new car smells like?
No, but it's even the joke, the dialogue is just so like corny.
I know.
Here we go. Let's see what everyone's saying.
Here's an idea. Instead of talking, try and do something. You know, it's like the entire action of everything is put on pause because a soliloquy is taking place. So everybody stops. Everybody, I can easily see all the bad guys going like this in the background. Is he done yet? And then once he's done his soliloquy, okay, now we can, do what we need to do.
Mm.
You know what would really have been nice? If Skrulls existed and Captain Marvel existed and could have helped. Too bad they don't exist. Oh, wait, they do. But because they don't exist in the timeline until, a movie later, then it's not, it's just so.
All right. I don't know. That looks great. I mean, it's quite good. It's quite good. It's the scene with for anyone watching. It's the man.
It's him singing. I see. To me, this is what I didn't like about this, is because they took the comedy that worked in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie and went, oh, everybody liked that dance sing-a-thon. Let's do that again for no actual reason except to do it. It's literally a callback just to do it. You know what I mean?
I get it. I mean, to be honest, my favorite thing about the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was the soundtrack. And I remember that song. That song's really cool, and I remember that song. That song.
I can get that on Spotify. Why do I need this movie?
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like, sure, I enjoy it. It's kind of manipulated enjoyment in a way.
And I hated how I got Baby Groot. I get it. But can we please stop with the teenage Groot, and can we please have adult Groot again?
Yeah, Adult
Because
Groot was the best one.
I couldn't imagine having been a Groot fan. But after, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, you're damn right I want to see Groot again.
Yeah.
I want to see Groot fight, and I want to see Groot kick ass. And I get the fact that the teenage Groot provides a lot of humor and jokes, but it's like, I'm done. I want adult Groot back.
Yeah, to be fair, I've always liked Groot. Like, I didn't really like Baby Groot so much, but I like
I
the
get it, though. You got to
adult
sell
Groot.
toys. You got to sell toys. So
And I did think that teenage line, like, again, this is the thing that the MCU does well. It forces so many fucking jokes in that one of them's gonna get you, or a few of them are
it's
gonna
gonna
get you.
eventually land.
And then you're gonna think, oh, I like this movie because it made me laugh a little bit. It's like, but it's one out of every fucking 20 jokes that's actually funny. But the Groot jokes in this actually make me laugh. Everything that fucking this stupid wrestler says, what's his name? Drax or whatever, I can't fucking stand it.
Well, it's like they took the fact that his character takes things literally. So they used it like once or twice in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. They just sprinkled it in. But in this movie, or any other time they do Drax, they make sure it's like, oh yeah, remember? Drax takes things literally. Remember? Ha ha ha. And why they have to have Star-Lord pretending to imitate Thor, I still don't get the joke. I do not get the joke.
Well, I get it. I don't think it's very funny. I mean,
I don't get it.
It's like it's done. There's a joke later on that Star-Lord does. I swear to God, anybody who laughs at this, it kills me. It's like he does this joke with Iron Man where he says, like, what's the plan? That I came up with the idea of doing the plan, right? And Iron Man's like, but I came up with the plan. But as I said, I came up with the idea of doing the plan. So what's your point? So he's basically saying he came up with the plan just because he mentioned let's make a plan.
Right.
That is a joke, right? That has been done so many fucking times. It was even in an episode of
a joke.
It was a joke. It was in an episode of Friends, right? Where Joey does that basically to with the rest of the gang. They want to take Phoebe on a trip or something, and he goes, I was the one that came. That joke is a standard can joke.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's been done in sitcoms a lot. The dumb characters always use it. It's such lazy fucking writing, and half of these jokes are that. They're canned jokes that you see in other better comedies. So here it goes.
Now he's trying to imitate Thor. I don't get it. Like, why?
And then they have to explain the joke to you as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, are you making you're imitating the God Man?
No, I'm not. This is my real voice. And I'm like,
fucking hell, man. Aren't you supposed to be people who fucking travel the galaxy? Aren't you supposed to be a little bit
You took down the Ronin, dude. Your father, you're a half celestial or whatever. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Again, this is just filler time wasting because they got to stretch this out into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. It really is. Like, the joke is just so...
Oh, and then here's another one.
Why would he go to nowhere? You're his fucking daughter. You know why he's going to go to nowhere.
But here's the thing. Before he blows up the ship, he tells his lieutenants, go get these guys and meet me on Titan. So the last thing Thor's hears is Thanos saying, meet me on Titan. So why would he think that Thanos is now going to nowhere? I don't get it. Like maybe I missed something, but all I
don't know
remember,
that either.
yeah, because he says to his lieutenants, "Go get them and meet me on Titan." So I'm thinking, okay, the logical thing is you survived. You're thinking that Thanos is going to be on Titan. There's no reason for you to think he's going to nowhere unless the movie needs you to go to nowhere. So he just goes, oh, Thanos is going to nowhere. Why? Because the script says so.
Yeah, I know exactly. But there's a lot of like even there's plot conveniences even in the dialogue. Like
Yeah.
characters who should know things suddenly don't know things because the plot needs them not to know
Right.
it.
It's
Right?
the only way they
Like
can get
like
from point A to point B is they have to force it.
mm,
And the reason it's so aggravating is because they don't have to. They don't
yeah,
have to force it. It's just so easy to just. I mean, all they had to do was have Thanos say, "I'm going to nowhere." He can
right,
easily tell his lieutenants the plan because, as far as he's concerned, he's going to kill them all anyway. So just
right.
have Thanos blurt out his plan, and that way, when Thor survives, he knows what the plan is. It's not that it's difficult. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah, it's true.
And how did Groot get this game in the first place? That's what always bugs me. Where is he get? I know it's a small thing. Where is he getting the batteries? That's what I want to know. Where is he getting the AAA batteries? Do they go back
They
to Earth?
probably make it on the ship. To be fair,
I know it's just so silly. I know it's a stupid thing, but it just ticks me off.
This is a beautiful thing. Like, where did this relationship come from?
Because it was in the comic books. Because in the comic books, they had months to be able to build this up. So, but the movie doesn't have that much time. So, since there was a romance in the comic books, they have to force it in this because that's what it's like in the comic.
Yeah, but they expect me to feel something for these characters and their relationship. And I'm like, and all the MCU fans seem to feel something for their relationship
because they're told to. They're told
between Vision and Wanda. And I'm like, but dude, the last time they were cooking paprika, he didn't look human. Where did all this happen? You know what I mean? Like off screen, like it's just a relationship they just pull out of their fucking ass. I don't know what's going on with these two. I don't care that he's in threat or danger and that she cares about it because there's no setup to this relationship.
Well, see, because I know that they're supposed to be together, it didn't bother me as much. But it's the fact that, like you said, if you didn't know that ahead of time, you're going, well, why are they together? Why are they suddenly,
like in love, like
in love with each other? Like, when did this happen?
He's a fucking robot, first of all, right? Isn't he? Like
he's a walking AI.
Like, and this guy just falls in love just like that. That's a story, isn't it? To be told,
it should be. Like, you know, it would have been good if they actually made a mini series with Wanda and Vision that explained how they fell in love.
Right, exactly. That would have been a better use of their time than that stupid.
I know.
Even though it should have been done before this movie.
Right, but again, they have so many opportunities to do something.
Look at this. This is bullshit. So this guy's weapon, right, is so powerful it can take out Vision. Yeah.
It's not that it's powerful. It's not that it's so powerful. It's designed to know that it needed to do that. How did they have a weapon that was specifically capable of neutralizing?
And you're telling me power. This chick, who, remember, conveniently doesn't have her mind. You know, she used to be able to warp people's minds.
Yeah.
Right? Conveniently, she doesn't have that power anymore. When she doesn't need that, when they don't need her to have that power, When they don't need her to have that power, she doesn't have that power. She should be able to take these guys out so fucking easily.
But
It's a
she
joke.
can't because the
The
fight scene
movie
needs to be
happen.
7 minutes long. The fight scene needs to be. The writers already established.
Look, if fucking Vision is strong enough still to. Oh, come on, bro.
You
Are
know,
you serious right now?
Yeah.
With this
is
action?
the same chick. This is the same chick.
Vision is strong enough to do this.
Yeah.
And use that. Oh, so the Mind Stone doesn't work anymore. The Mind Stone can be stopped by that guy's fucking weapon. I mean,
again,
what is going on?
It's easy. The writers went, we need a 7-minute fight scene. Okay? And then once the fight, how are we going to get the fight scene to end? We're going to have Black Widow take out that girl. We're going to have Black Widow and Captain America take out what Vision and Scarlet Witch couldn't.
Absolute nonsense.
I know. Yeah. Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Am I tripping here? Is Scarlet Witch is just like as vulnerable as a fucking human, right? Like,
yeah,
she's powerful.
She should be pissed. She should be pissed, and she should be. You come near me, I'm gonna blow you all up.
Yeah, exactly. She could do that, but let's take that away. She just fucking went.
Yeah, I do love this scene. I do love this woman. I do love this woman. I do.
No, but she just went straight through. What was it? The train station and smashed straight into the ground. She's just her body is literally just human.
Yeah. Well, so she could easily have like a force field, right? She could easily have a force field.
Maybe they should have shown that. Maybe they should have
shown it.
But all right, so Captain America is going to take these guys out.
Captain America and Black Widow. Black Widow is going to take out what Vision and Scarlet Witch couldn't. And in less time.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, look at this.
Fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Black Widow just took out. Black Widow just took out a lieutenant that the Vision and Black Witch and Scarlet Witch combined couldn't do. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Sam Wilson.
Oh man, it's the guns that scare me. It's like you were just fighting fucking Black Widow.
But you were just,
or Scarlet Witch.
And now all of a sudden they have to leave. Why?
Why? Yeah.
Because again, we wanted to spend 7 minutes on a fight scene. How are we going to end it? We're going to have Captain America, Black Widow, and
no, it's introduced Cap America in a fucking in an epic way.
Yeah. And again, don't get me wrong. I love Sam Wilson and I love Captain America. So I don't have a problem, but it doesn't stop me from knowing how goddamn forced it was.
Yeah. No,
I was never a Black Widow.
Captain America and Iron Man are the best heroes for me in the whole MCU.
Oh, okay.
I had no problem. Like Iron Man, Captain America.
Sam Wilson needed a lot. I love the character, and he needed more screen time.
But we all know for a fact that the power scaling in this, it's just ridiculous. It's just whatever they need for a particular moment, they just do, and it's not fucking logical.
I know.
If Scarlet Witch and Vision had weakened them first a little bit, so that or they had different powers or something like that.
I know.
It would have made fucking sense, but it's just I don't know.
They don't care. The movie doesn't care because the movie knows. They know that all the audience wants is to see pretty pictures on the screen, and that's all they're caring about. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. Doesn't matter if it works.
Wait. Let me see this Thanos scene because this is an important scene. It's important in terms of
this is
motivation. What is motivation?
There's literally no reason for him to do this. There's none. But the movie needed to have it so that they could have a connection between him and Gamora. So just because he decides to adopt Gamora, why? Because we need him to. Audience doesn't care. Audience goes,
No,
"Oh, he loves Gamora."
no. But to be fair, Josh Brolin pulls it off really, really good. I mean, he's the best part of this movie. But
I'm not talking about the acting. I'm not
yeah,
talking about the acting.
no, I
I'm
know you're
talking
not.
about
I
the
know you're not.
story.
But why does he think she's a fighter? I don't. Does he just think she's
He doesn't.
cute?
He doesn't.
What?
There isn't any.
And does
Again,
he?
why are you bringing logic into an
And
MCU
and
movie?
wait, does he kill all her people or half her
Yes,
people?
because he tells her to turn around. Because in a couple of seconds, she's going to kill everybody. But for some inexplicable reason, without any justification, decides to keep her alive. And
No, wait, dude. Did he just kill half her people or all her people?
It doesn't really say. All it does is it says turn around, and you hear the gunfire in the back.
Because doesn't Gamora say she's the last of her kind?
Oh, I don't remember.
In Guardians.
If that's true, then that's even worse. Because if she's the last of her kind, then the movie doesn't even have Thanos, live up to his own rules.
Right.
I just got to get a drink. I'll be right back.
No problem, man.
Bitching and whining about this movie is thirsty work.
Yeah. But broadly speaking, I think what you've mentioned before, if you just switch off your brain, it is an entertaining movie. I'm not gonna like.
But I don't
you really have to switch off your brain. Like that's the whole problem with it.
And there's been way too many actual popcorn movies
that have been good.
Do not require you to turn off your brain.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I know you can do it. Because the Terminator movies, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, are strict popcorn movies. You do not have to turn your brain off. Aliens 2, Indiana Jones, Superman movies, the earlier ones.
Right.
Blade. There's so many superhero action movie popcorn movies that actually turning off your brain is not a requirement. That's why I get so ticked that these movies are so stupid. Not because they have to be, but because they choose to be.
So, Fenya the Ice Wolf says that the What If show sucking for me. Okay, they should have adapted stories.
Yeah, we read that.
Oh, we read that. So Adam D. Beard says, I will never forgive
Oh,
the
yeah,
MCU
damn
for what
right.
they did to the
Damn
Hulk.
right. Never. No. Because not only because of what they did, but the bullshit excuse on why they tried to justify it. Especially since the goddamn trailer.
Oh, look at it. Did you see that joke? That was real funny, wasn't it? Oh, I can be invisible. Takes undercutting a very emotional scene between Star-Lord and Gamora.
Star-Lord and Gamora, yeah.
But anyway, sorry, man. Carry on with what you were saying about the Hulk.
It's not even so much on what they did, but the bullshit justification to even that they had. Especially since the trailer showed the Hulk amongst the group of Avengers. So you already originally had it so that you did, but then you changed your mind because what? Mark Ruffalo wants more FaceTime? Sorry, I don't care, Mark. I don't care if an actor wants more FaceTime. I'm not watching the movie for the actors. I'm watching the movie for the superheroes.
We want the Hulk. We don't need fucking Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
He's a terrible Dr. Banner, by the way. Awful.
He's okay. Again, considering the options we had, okay, to me, he was fine. Again, because again,
not one was better. He didn't get enough science shit to do, but he was better. But then secondly, I don't think Mark Ruffalo fits the character. I'm sorry. I don't get the sense of desperation that he doesn't want to become the Hulk. And that's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, but that's right. That's not his fault. That's the writing. That's not Mark Ruffalo.
No. That part of that is his fault. That was what made that TV show so good, right? Like when Dr. Banner was going to turn into the Hulk in the TV show, you could see the desperation. He was like, "Please, man, you can't push me. I'm serious. This is gonna
Yeah,
turn into some
but
fucked
they
up shit."
changed that. They
And
changed it
they've changed it for the movies, and it's not just in the
because it's like
MCU.
I'm always angry, and it's like, wait a minute, you mean you can turn into the Hulk anytime you want? Well, yeah, apparently he can, but
Yeah,
then every other time he has to be forced into being turned into the Hulk. So it's
yeah.
like, what do you mean? Like, are you always angry and you can always control it, or you don't? The movie doesn't care that it contradicts itself. It's a really cool line. Do we stick to it? No, because we got another really cool line that contradicts this other cool line. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't really take these movies seriously because they're not meant to. And again, what is it with everybody thinking that you can stop Thanos and it's going to take him down? Because eventually Nebula ends up trying to stab him with the sword. Everybody tries to stop Thanos in these movies. Somebody take a gun, put it to his head, and fire.
Well, according to What If, he really can be taken up quite easily, and so all of the stuff he does in this movie just doesn't really make sense, does it? Because everyone's like, he beat the Hulk like just mano a mano. He didn't use the Power Stones, right? So
didn't have them yet.
Why was he so weak in What If show? But again,
well, you did make a point. It's for kids, right? It was more for kids than it was for the adults.
Yeah.
And not only that, this is supposed to be the same collector from the What If.
Yeah. Like, he can do this. He can get the reality stones, or sorry, the rest of the stones so quickly.
Easily.
He can do this.
But they have to waste time because they need to make it into 2 movies.
Why did he even do that illusion? Why would he have even done that illusion in the beginning? Like,
to fill out time. It's all to fill out time. There's no reason for half of this stuff. This could have easily have been condensed into 1 movie, and it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
See, again, trying to take a sword.
But watch this. Watch this.
Okay, this is from the comic books. This is from the comic book. So that was a nod to the comic.
I'm gonna turn it into swing.
Yeah.
And
that was a reference to what happened in the comic books. So I was geeking out when I saw that because I'm going, oh, okay, I get it. I know exactly what you're doing. You're making a reference to the comic book. So I geeked out a little bit on it.
I think it makes him look like silly, to be honest.
Oh, I agree. But again, I was looking at it through different eyes. It's like, oh my God, I know what he's doing. And I know why.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough if it was from the comics, but I think they should have changed that.
They should have, obviously, they should have made it a little bit more edgy considering the scene and the movie of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they just kind of threw it in because it's like, hey, this is from the comic books, so let's just throw it in.
And look at this. Look at this. What is he? What like he's Thanos can stop you. Obviously,
I know. At any time,
reality. So why are you even saying what Gamora? Why are you even saying do it? He's not going to be able to do it.
I know.
Like even if he does do it, even if he wants to do it, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. I know.
You can't. He's not. He's gonna.
You just saw what he did to Drax and the other character. So why would you think that he's gonna actually let you?
Yeah. Just standing here with this forced emotional bullshit moment. It's just like.
See, but at least this romance, they worked on it, right?
No,
unlike Wanda and Vision.
True, but
this one they at least worked on.
This whole scene is dumb. Like you're You can't be that thick, fucking Star-Lord, and then we're just gonna let these characters come back.
And the fact that Drax gets back to normal was really pissed me off. I didn't like that. And again, it's mostly filler. It's just filler.
But it's forced emotional moments.
Yeah,
and
I agree. I know.
Sitting there going, "Oh, is he gonna kill her or not?" Well, he can't kill her. Clearly, there's no way he can kill her.
Thanos doesn't want her dead. Why would he let you? Why would he let you? Yeah, see what I mean? Small lines, but Chris Evans' presence is just. This is why he makes such a good Captain America. You can give him 2 lines, and he still has the entire scene all to himself.
He nails it. This is the thing about that. That's why, in the end, I wouldn't say I do give this movie a pass, because every time Cap America's on, every time Iron Man's on, and every time Thanos is on, the movie picks up a little. Too bad about the rest of the characters, the 45,000 characters in this movie.
Secondary characters.
Because none of them make sense. And to be fair, what Cap America does in this movie doesn't really make sense. What Iron Man does in the movie doesn't make sense. But hey, at least they're acting like really good, like that, and making it somewhat entertaining.
And the other thing that really ticked me off was they spent the last movie, the Ultron movie, establishing a romance between these two, between Banner and Black Widow, and then all of a sudden it's like, what happened to that romance? Like, why isn't it being?
Yeah,
they already got too many romances going on, I guess, so they didn't want to add a third one.
Well, they couldn't. They just aren't good enough writers to write that into the. And when he like in the next movie, Endgame, where he reacts, which is a much worse movie, by the way, when he reacts to her death, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you dated this woman, you were probably in love with her.
And here's the other thing: why is Vision still wounded? He has a self-repair system.
Yeah.
He should be fixed by now. But no, they need to have, again, this is what I mean about force. They have to show that he's somewhat human, and he's got to show his acting range. It's like, dude, you're an AI. You're an android, or whatever you want to be classified as. You have a self-repair system.
I do like this Cap America line here, though.
I have no problem with Captain America, ever. Well, except a little bit in Civil War, but
no, because he should be, like, on paper, Captain America should be the corniest fucking character in the world. And
really, you think so? They did that. They did that a bit in the first one.
Yeah.
But then they made him Then they kind of made him. It's like, you know what? They did the little fish out of water bit. They did it. It was funny. It's done. You can't keep doing those same jokes.
Yeah.
So they stopped doing those reference things, which I liked. Because it's basically his character is like, you know what? We know that you've been on Earth, you've been in this timeline long enough. Doing those old time references is just hack. So you've now grown as a character. You're now part of this timeline now, or this era.
And look at this. Why the fuck does he think the Wakandans?
Because the movie needs. Because the movie.
Why would he think the Wakandans could do that? Like, not Iron Man, not the Iron Man, the guy who built this fucking machine. I'm gonna
Because
go
if
to
the Black
Wakanda
Panther
to be
movie
honest.
wasn't as successful, you wouldn't have had Wakanda. You wouldn't have had Wakandans in this movie as predominant. The only reason the Wakandans, and again, oh, I love this woman. Okay, as
Yeah.
much as I love uh, T'Challa, and I can't remember her name. I apologize. The only
Yeah, I don't
reason
know.
the Wakandas are so predominant in this movie was because the Black Panther movie did so well.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it was a good movie. I
no,
mean,
I
like,
get it. I'm not arguing it. I'm not
I
saying that. I'm just saying if the Black
mm,
Panther movie
mm,
bombed, you wouldn't have had Wakandans in this movie because the MCU
yeah,
would have gone, okay, people don't really care about the Wakandans. They don't care about T'Challa, so they're not gonna.
yeah,
There's no sense in it, and there's no sense in
mm,
emphasizing their presence so much.
yeah.
But again,
I
no,
mean,
I have
I
no
mean,
problem with T'Challa.
for me, Black Panther, yeah, he's one of the better characters.
Oh yeah,
But
no, no problem.
for me, Black Panther, it's a little overrated, but it's not got so much stupid in it as you said.
Right.
Like, and at least it's not making quips the whole time. There's one character who does the
Right.
quips. She's trash, but the rest of the characters are fine, and they're not doing the
Oh, I
quips
hated
all the
his
time.
sister. I hated his sister.
Yeah. I love fucking Ebony Moore. Your vaguely irritating face. Ebony Moore's sick. They kill him so quickly, though, man.
Yeah,
He's so
again,
good.
it's like
Oh, here we go with the fucking stupid jokes. Come on, Spider Boy or Iron Boy. Let's have some quips.
and again, you have to remember, during this time, Doctor Strange is being tortured.
Right.
Doctor Strange is being tortured. Hold on, Doctor Strange. We have to have this little, tat first. And then
Quips, yeah.
once we're done this, then we'll go back to worrying about Doctor Strange being.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
I hate this stupid scene.
no one can hear any of this quipping back and forth.
Right.
It's a
Like
ship.
if Doctor Strange wasn't being tortured right now, I'd be going, okay, fine. But it's like,
Yeah.
hello, you just showed Doctor Strange being tortured. Can we
Do you
avoid
remember that one of those really old movies with the aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just showed him being tortured, and he's
Again, you're going back to seeing him tortured, and they're still upstairs. They're still up there, chatting away. Yeah, with Warbeard Brothers.
Yeah, RDJ does nail those lines though. See, RDJ can just pull off those lines and the rest of them cannot. Like that line in anyone else's with anybody else would have flopped.
Well, because like in Civil War, right? When you had Captain America and Black Widow and Sam Wilson's character Falcon, and they got that one the director, and he's threatening to throw him off the roof, and he goes, "That's not your style," and he goes, "You know what? You're right, but it's hers." And then she kicks him off the building, right? And then Falcon grabs him. But again, it's like he pulls that off.
Yeah. Oh god. Really? I don't know how you fit your head into that helmet. It's just like this forced like adversity between them.
Repartee, yeah. And it's like, why are you really doing this? Can we get to like the story, please?
Here's one of the jokes that is actually funny. That is, I'm Spider-Man. Then that joke is that. I mean, it made me chuckle the first time with the
Again,
Doctor
to me, it's
Strange,
I don't know. Could you make a portal? Can you fly us home? No, but I could actually create portals, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is what bothers me about this movie. They'll have plans with absolutely no exit strategy whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Their plan was to go in and save Doctor Strange without any way of having an exit plan because the movie is going to go, don't worry, we'll just create one anyway.
Hold on a second. How the fuck does the Tony Stark know all this shit?
Because it's in the script.
Like, how does he know all this? It's like he's going on Thanos. You've seen what he can do. You haven't seen what you've never met him.
You never met him. I know.
I will not hesitate to let either of you die with the time stone. Universe depends on it. Right. So he says all this and then he just goes.
And he just ignores it anyway.
It's complete nonsense.
Oh, I know.
Oh, look. Tom Holland deserves better. Honestly, he could be a really good Spider-Man.
I was shocked. I remember when I saw Tom Holland. I go, yeah, what's the big deal? I'm going, holy crap, he's British and he's doing an American accent. I thought only Hugh Laurie did that.
Oh no, there's a lot of British actors.
Well, again, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I know.
Well, yeah, him pulling off was really good.
These scenes with Thanos are like some of the best scenes in the film.
Again, to me, it's just still a waste of time. It's just not necessary. This entire scene is not necessary. It's simply meant because here's the
why was she his favorite daughter? Has that ever been expressed?
All of this bullshit is so that when he sacrifices, when he kills Laura, he can go, oh, I really did love her. That's all this is for. It's so forced because none of this is, because if he loved her so much,
look how much
he's sacrificing her. How come Gamora never felt that back?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Like, I'm sure there are a lot of stalkers out there that absolutely love the woman, that they're stalking. But it's not love has to be a two-way street here. It's not just one way.
Wait a second. What did he just say there?
Oh, I don't know.
He did murder half her planet.
He murdered half the planet.
He murdered half her planet, and now he's saying that the children there are full-bellied and, whatever.
Yeah, they're happy now.
And they're happy now.
But because again,
you don't know
by killing half the planet, he's eliminated war, he's eliminated greed, he's eliminated slavery. Like they're all happy now. Because, you know what I mean? Just because you kill half the universe or half a planet and you now have all the resources doesn't mean that you've taken away all the other evils of humanity, of sentient beings.
And it's the kind of Malthusian kind of calculation that that this film is going off. Like there was a philosopher called Malthus who thought that if you limited the population, you'd end things like war and whatever.
Oh yeah, because that worked.
Because the reason
that
for
worked in 2000
that,
BC too.
The reason for that was limited resources, right? But the whole problem is you'd need to know every single planet and their ecosystem and everything to do with it, right? To know that killing half that population would serve the same. He's presuming every planet is like Earth
or Titan. He's assuming every planet is like Titan, his own planet. And it's an illogical concept. The original reason Thanos wanted to kill half the universe in the comic books was as a tribute to death. So that works. There's no logic behind it. There's no rationalization. I'm going to kill half the universe so that I can, please Mistress Death. But in this movie, they have to come up with a bullshit, nothing. It just bugs me. I don't know why they couldn't have it that he just was worshiping Lady Death, and that he's doing it because he felt like it. He woke up one morning. Like, if this movie had it, that Thanos woke up one morning, flipped a coin, and said, "Okay, I'm not going to dedicate my life to killing off half the universe." That would have made more sense than what they did in this and trying to justify it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the Joker decided to kill half the universe,
the Soul Stone, you lied to me. It's like, wait a second, sorry, because the last scene was a good scene, but it was full of exposition, as you said, just to set up the sacrifice of Gamora, because
they had to justify it.
They hadn't set up the relationship or why he was Gamora's most loved daughter, how he treated her differently. None of that was expressed. Why she turned against him. Do you know what I mean? Why did she turn against him?
She's willing to kill herself than help him. That's how much. That's how much she felt his love.
And yet, none of that is explained as to. But wait. Why does she? She's willing to.
Why does she even know? Why is she the only person that knows? This is what gets me, because even if she's the only one that knows, get the time stone, go back in time to find out how she knew, and then you wouldn't need her anymore. You have the ability to get a time stone. Get that first. Everything else is inconsequential.
Right. Like already Doctor Strange could have rewound time.
Yeah, I know. At any time. At any time. There was nothing to justify Doctor Strange never using the time stone. None.
And that would have been one of the 14 million. I mean, like,
yeah.
Another. So anyway, I'm not going to go. It's just stupid.
And the other thing that again, it's a small thing, is I liked the fact that only Rocket Raccoon could understand Groot. That was great. That was a great dynamic. But now everybody understands Groot. And it's like, how?
Yeah, well, they may have learned Groot.
How do you teach that? How do you teach I am Groot as a language? You can't. So the fact that Rocket Raccoon could understand it was like an in-joke. I got it. That's what made it funny.
Stolen from Star Wars, basically.
I guess.
Really, with Han Solo and... I can't... Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not bad acting by Hemsworth here.
I don't have a problem with Hemsworth. It's just the only problem I have with the Thor is they tried to make him into comic relief because of the success of Thor Ragnarok.
This is much better acting than what he does with Fat Thor. Like in the next
movie. I hated Fat Thor.
His Fat Thor acting was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, because he was meant to be comic relief. So he just hammed it up.
Yeah. Whereas this one, there's a balance here. I
Yeah.
like the balance where you
Yeah.
can see that the humor hides a lot of underlying sadness.
Yeah, because it's like that one line where he goes, "He's my brother," and then Black Widow goes, "He's killed 9 people," and he goes, "Half brother," and it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's cute. I like that.
Or
That's
he was adopted. He was
he was
adopted.
adopted. You're right. I'm sorry. He was adopted. That was good, right? Because he was being serious, and it was like, okay, that's what he does in this scene. Right? It's like, he, killed me twice. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the Thor that I like. The Thor that. Now, again, I understand a lot of people like the funny Thor and the bad Thor, but I just don't see it. Holy Christ, we're only halfway through this thing. Jesus
It's so
Christ.
long, isn't it? It's fucking long. And the thing that people don't get is if you're not really invested in these characters, this film's really boring.
It just drags.
You have to be really super invested in the MCU and all of these different characters. And the problem I have with doing that is most of the time my uh, empathy or me relating to these characters is it's predicated on a bunch of films where they've just been mainly quips and jokes, and you don't really get to know why exactly they're heroes, right? I
You've
don't know
treated,
why
you've
Doctor
treated them
Strange.
as secondary characters for so long. Now you're suddenly expecting me to give a damn about them?
Right. Oh, I like this guy in this, actually. He's quite good. He's one of maybe the 5 jokes that worked for me is from the big dwarf guy.
The giant dwarf.
Yeah. Kind of wasting Peter Dinklage, though, isn't it? On just
No,
this
that's
character?
it's just. It's like, I
Unless they bring
swear to
him
God,
back.
they only inserted this scene because Peter Dinklage's character in the Game of Thrones, he's so popular. Okay, it's like there's no way Peter Dinklage's character was chosen when they first thought this up, because what's his name? Kevin Feige thought this all up from day one. Oh yeah, Kevin Feige pictured Peter Dinklage in this scene? I don't think so. It wasn't until the success of Game of Thrones where they went, hey, let's just throw in Peter Dinklage because he's a dwarf. So we're going to play a giant dwarf. Get the joke, everybody?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't mind that. I mean, that's fine.
I don't mind it. I'm just saying I'm not ignorant of the purpose of the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did she escape? How did she escape?
No, it doesn't.
We're not going to show it because we don't know how she escaped. We just need her to escape, so she escaped.
Stuck in that fucking beam or whatever. There's no reason for her to escape this.
I know.
Why don't you use your Iron Man suit, dude?
Why don't you have Doctor Strange use some magic?
Yeah.
No, because we want it so that it crashes. So we're gonna have a crash scene, and we're gonna have him have to suffer it.
To be fair, he used his Iron Man suit. Finally, I was like,
yeah, but they could have easily.
Why don't they just fly out?
They could have flown out at any time. There was no reason for them to be in that crash.
Yeah.
But they wanted a crash scene.
Yeah. Spider-Man could have he could have taken Spider-Man, flown out, and so could Doctor Strange have flown out.
Blast the hole in the wall.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason for that bullshit.
I know.
They opened a hole earlier to get Ebony Maw out of
to get him out, right?
Right. I really don't want to see a pop culture reference out of you either. Fucking.
Yeah, but see, the only reason they did that was because in the Age of Ultron, Peter Parker made a Star Wars movie reference, and that's what stopped Ant-Man. So people are going, oh, everybody loved the movie references, so we're just going to have Peter Parker make movie references. Pop culture references.
Look at this. This is fucking great. You're trying to tell me Doctor Strange and these fucking guys are a match for Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the Guardians of the Galaxy are a match for fucking Doctor Strange, Iron Man. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I know.
Look. Oh yeah, because Spider-Man's gonna be held by a fucking human.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, why is Gamora? This doesn't even make any sense.
Dude, Spider-Man is so he's in an iron suit as well, augmenting his strength even more. Why is he able to do this to Spider-Man?
And why is Doctor Strange just standing there and not using any of his powers to disarm Quill?
Yeah.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say? Jesus? Because only he would get that joke. Well, him and Peter Parker.
No, but I'm shocked that they got that actor to say that, because he's like a Christian, right?
Oh, I don't know. To me, I don't care about the actor. I don't care about his personal life. I don't care about what he tweets.
Oh, no, I know. It was just an observation, because I know he's some kind of Christian. I don't know. He comes from one weird branch.
Like a Mormon or something, maybe?
Yeah, some shit like that.
I don't know.
Wait. Right. Okay, so this is really important.
It's also very stupid.
Let's pause. 1, 2, 3, and after. Well, I'll say it again. Yeah. Wait. Don't pause yet.
No, I got it. I gotta open it up. Okay, whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3, go. Right. I'm really fascinated by this. So I want to get this really, really straight. Okay, I haven't done. This scene here is like where he's creating Stormbreaker, right?
Right.
So what is Stormbreaker supposed to do?
Whatever the movie needs it to. Whatever the movie wants, it does. Because all they do is pour the Uru metal, forge it, and then that's it. Odin doesn't invent any powers, nothing.
He's saying it's more powerful, than
Mjolnir.
Thanos's, than the Infinity Stones. I don't get, why does he think that this weapon will be sufficient to take on Thanos? That's what
because the movie needs it to. The movie needs it to.
But why does Thor even think? Why does Thor even think his old hammer wouldn't have taken out Thanos? Mjolnir wouldn't have helped him with Thanos.
Why not? Why not? It helped when Captain America had it. He was when Captain America.
But he didn't have the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, he still doesn't have the Infinity Stones.
And he just saw what Thanos did to Hulk. He saw what Thanos did to the whole ship of Asgardians. He like just with one stone, right? And I'm not saying that I get why why Thor is going after this hammer. I get that because like, he's always been so powerful with the hammer, so he wants to get a hammer. I get that, but why does this guy, the giant
dwarf,
why does he think this weapon is sufficient for the Infinity?
Because the movie needs it to. The movie needs it to.
I've
If
never
the movie
understood.
wanted him to have.
I thought that this thing must do like so much more than Mjolnir. You know,
Stormbreaker was in the comic books. Stormbreaker was created for a character called Beta Ray Bill, because Beta Ray Bill beat Thor and was able to claim the hammer Mjolnir. This is all in the comic books. But Odin said, no, Mjolnir is only for Thor. So Odin created a new weapon called Stormbreaker and gave it to Beta Ray Bill. All this is just to be able to reference the Stormbreaker hammer from the comic books. Right. That's all this is.
But again, it's so useless. The Stormbreaker.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Nobody cares.
In Endgame, it's so useless. So I'm saying, why is it so? What shouldn't it be able to? I don't know. Shatter somebody. Like I'm just thinking. Like for it should be able to do things that the Infinity Stones can, or something like that. You know, or the wielder should be able to. I don't know, like. Get like infinite strength or something just by
I know, but
I don't know something that would make me think that someone would think that a stone that can create reality, that can turn back time, that can enter people's minds, do stuff to the souls, that this weapon would be sufficient to take on a weapon that can do all of that kind of stuff, right? This weapon is basically just all it can do is transport him.
That's it.
Over miles, and then as a combat weapon, okay, it's a very resilient against an Infinity Stone blast, I guess. But what if he used the reality to take it out of reality?
Take it out of reality. You think it's bad? You think it's bad that Doctor Strange doesn't use the Time Stone? You already saw Thanos use the Reality Stone against Drax and the other character. He never uses the Reality Stone ever again. Because if he did, he would have automatically beaten everybody.
Right. All right, let's go. We can go back.
Okay.
We can go back. So on 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I just gotta get another drink.
Oh, this is the plan joke. Are you yawning? Kick names take off. Really funny, guys. Really hilarious. Downey Jr.'s reactions to all this save these lame jokes.
Well, because you're getting the humor that's supposed to be from the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you're mixing it with the Avengers. So it's like.
Right. Oh, like in Footloose the movie? Oh, whoa. God damn. These fucking jokes.
I know.
Yeah, you just can tell the difference when Robert Downey Jr. does a quip to anybody else. It's ridiculous. Doctor Strange doing this. So you can use the time stone.
See, you
You're
can
allowed
use the
to,
time stone.
you're allowed to use the time stone then.
He's using it now. You could have used. You can use the time stone anytime you want, Doctor Strange, but the movie can't because then Thanos would be so easily defeated.
14,605,000. One.
And in that, and even in the one that they do succeed in, he still doesn't use the time stone.
All right, is some more stupidity that's going to turn up. I want you to watch this. We're going to be quiet during this scene because I want like everyone to understand what the rules of the Soul Stone are. So when I wreck the next scene in Endgame, nobody says shit to me.
Oh, they still will. They'll just justify it. This to me, what's about to happen is one of the stupidest things and
Yeah,
more
why
ridiculous.
is Red Skull here?
Why is it the Red Skull? How does that work? Because he doesn't die until 1942 or 40 or whenever, right? So before
So
he
who's guarding
died,
the Soul Stone?
who was guarding it before him? No, don't think about that. Don't think of just look. We're referencing the Red Skull. That's all you got to pay attention to.
Right. And why would the Red Skull of all people, a
Be
fucking
the one
Nazi,
who picked
like,
him?
yeah,
Who picked the Red
the Red
Skull?
Skull? A fucking Nazi human.
And not only that,
Like,
he didn't.
why wouldn't it be
And
a godly being or something like that? Like,
he's going. We all wanted the stones at one time or another. No, you didn't, because you only knew about the Tesseract. All
yeah.
you wanted was the Tesseract. You didn't even know that the Infinity Stones existed. It's like the writers of one movie never actually watched any of the other MCU movies.
Oh, I think they did. I just think they just couldn't. They just, oh, we want Red Skull in this. What you like?
How does it work? We don't know, and we don't care because the audience doesn't know, and the audience doesn't care.
The price. It's a special place among the Infinity Stones.
And why does this one particular stone require a price when none of the others do? Okay?
Wait. What does it say? To ensure that whatever it possesses understands its power.
Yeah, why?
The
Why?
stone demands a sacrifice. Wait. Of what? In order to take the stone, you must lose that which you love.
Why?
Wait. A soul for a soul.
Right.
Right? So the
Why?
rule is you have to sacrifice something that you love, a soul for a soul.
But you're not gaining a soul. You're gaining a soul
Well, how
stone.
the fuck did Black Widow? Black Widow didn't do that. That's not what happened. He did not sacrifice her.
She sacrificed herself.
Right.
But the movie doesn't care. This is my point.
How did Bartman get the stone? How did
the movie
Bartman
doesn't care? The movie doesn't know what it's doing.
You kill and torture. Wait. And you call it mercy. Why are you getting all look at her getting all sassy and shit?
Yeah, I
I
know.
was so glad when he killed her. I felt nothing for her when he killed her, I swear.
Neither did I.
Yeah. Like
I
what are
didn't
you talking
feel
about?
anything when Black Widow died because it was so forced.
Because Black Widow's just been an action babe the whole way. Until Endgame, she wasn't even really a character in far as
Oh, I know.
They're not for him. Right. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's like, where are you pulling this out of your ass? Bullshit. Pure bullshit.
For you.
Yeah, this isn't love. That's
Wait, wait, wait,
exactly.
wait,
Even
wait,
the
wait.
movie knows it's bullshit.
Watch what she does now. Watch what she does now. This is the important bit. And the actual music in this part is really good.
Oh,
She's gonna kill herself. She's gonna kill herself, right? And he
to
turns it into
stop him
rubble.
from actually
He's
getting.
killing. Yeah. So if she had killed herself, he still should
wouldn't
have
have-
got the stone.
Right.
He still should have got the stone according to Endgame.
Oh, yeah, according to Endgame, the rules would have still worked. This is what
Yeah.
I mean. Whoever wrote Endgame didn't watch this movie to know how the rules work.
The music is really good in this, though.
Well, again,
I have to say.
you're not. Again, you can't.
It's one of the rare times I've seen something in the MCU where like a soundtrack has actually stood out to me, and you have like a good it enhances the moment. So even though I don't care about Gamora as a character, the music is actually
Right.
making me feel something.
Yeah. And again, why does the Soul Stone require a sacrifice and none of the other stones do? That's
Right.
why I hate how forced this soul for a soul rule is. It's just arbitrary and it's just thrown out there.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to humanize Thanos. They want him to be a sympathetic character. Don't you see what he just did? He sacrificed the woman he loved. Bullshit. You literally created.
Here's the beauty of what he just did. Not only does he show that he's completely ruthless at one point, he's ruthless in the beginning when he kills all the Asgardians. He's ruthless now when he kills his daughter. He's determined. He'll kill his daughter for this shit. Then he's gonna go to this Titan and he's gonna play around. Why? Why is he gonna play around with these fuckers on Titan? Why doesn't he just if he doesn't want to kill them? Why doesn't he just turn them into paraplegics? Why didn't he? Why is he fucking around with Iron Man?
Because you need
his arm and leg.
Because you need the fight scene to be 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And again, he's still wounded. Somebody fix this man.
Watching this movie again, I'm sorry, Zack Snyder's Justice League's better. I'm not even fucking lying. I know you don't agree with that, but I'm serious. There's less plot conveniences in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Well, there isn't because it doesn't require it. This movie requires it. Oh, is this the bowing scene? Yeah, see, this is stupid. This isn't funny.
Yeah.
Because he does. Because here's the thing: it's not like
African accent is atrocious, by the way.
It's not. It's not only that. It's like it's not as though he even saw anybody else bow. He doesn't see anybody else bow. So why would he think he has to bow? It's just. It's so forced. Like if he was the first one there and they were doing it to embarrass him, it would be like, okay, they're doing it to embarrass Bruce. Then it's funny, but it. Oh, and this woman, the smartest being on the goddamn planet because they needed her to be. She is such plot convenience.
Right, I know. Like again, this is the guy. This is the woman. He comes to. Like, why?
How would you even? How would they even know she's that brilliant?
She's that brilliant. Like Dr. Banner created fucking this Vision character. He created him. And then
but she knows all about it.
They don't only fucking insult the Hulk. They insult Dr. Banner Like
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. You know, it's like the
How did
destruction of the
you know
whole
you could do that?
the
You've never seen this
character,
before in your life.
the character assassination of the Hulk and Dr. Banner is
I,
so incredible in this movie, dude. It's like they don't give a fuck about him as a character. Why? Because he didn't make them $1 billion movie or something.
yeah.
But
Oh, and I love this. I
The
love this.
Avengers, everyone loved the Avengers because of the Hulk. I dare say when people walked out of the Avengers one, Hulk was the favorite character.
Oh, he was mine. He was mine. He became my favorite. He became my favorite Avengers when he was having that conversation with Black Widow.
Right. Get this man a shield. Epic stuff, man. Fuck.
Yeah, too bad you don't actually give him one. Give this man a shield. Too bad they don't actually give him one. You have all the vibranium. You are the world's supply of vibranium. You couldn't have made another shield? Yeah, and why he keeps calling him a rabbit is beyond me.
I actually think that's one of the funnier jokes.
Really? Okay. I just don't get it.
Oh, really? It's true. He's clearly not a rabbit as well, but it's true. Like if he said a fox or something, it would have made sense.
Because if Thor doesn't know what Midgard or Earth creatures are, how does he know what a rabbit is in the first place?
Right. This is one of the funnier jokes, though. I have to say, the way Dinklage does this line is fucking hilarious. Wait, I have to hear this. This one always kills me.
Okay.
Wait. Where is it? I can't remember because I haven't watched this film that many times, but he just says a line here that just always kills me. Oh, fucking hell. Hulk and the Hulkbuster. You would have been like, oh, look, he trips up. How funny. I'm okay. I'm good. Oh, great. It's like, how cool would it have been if Hulk busted out of the Hulkbuster?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't.
He had busted out of the Hulkbuster and fought that big muscly guy. Trash, bro. Trash. The worst subversion of expectations I've I hate when writers are doing that these days, just subverting expectations for the sake of it. No explanation. But this is one of the worst examples I've seen. Not the worst, but one of the worst examples I've ever seen is what they do with the Hulk in this movie.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, and then we have these. Oh, well, not yet. The creatures that actually get through the force field.
Right, the way they get through this force
field. Earlier, you saw a scene where one of the ships smashed into the force field. Okay, a multi-ton ship going at full speed, crashed into the shield. Not one piece made it through.
Yeah,
that's how dense and impenetrable the shield is. unless
then, you just
you push
run.
through.
Yeah, you just have to push through it.
It was just like
run through it. It's so dumb.
Like if they hadn't shown the scene, if they hadn't shown that ship smashing into the force field, we really didn't know how powerful it was.
Yeah.
But because they wanted to have this really cool scene,
explosion.
You just showed how impossible it is for these guys to get through in the first place.
And then his fucking plan has got to be one of the dumbest plans I've ever fucking seen. T'Challa's plan. It's like, oh, let's just let them in. Like, why?
Well, not only that.
It's much better. Look. It was a much better to just let them do this.
Yeah.
Right? And then just kill the ones who get through.
Yeah.
Just kill the ones that get through.
That's all. Just pick them off. Just pick them off.
Right. With your laser guns. You don't have laser guns? Look.
No, they have laser spears. They have laser spears.
Like, it's so easy.
That's it. It's so simple.
You know what would be really cool? If the Hulk came out here.
Yeah, if the Hulk, just the Hulk alone could take these all on. It's like
I can't stand this woman's line, by the way, and it will be the most noble death. And like, what is? If we die, it will be we open the barrier. Why?
Easy. Get more. These are not the only Wakandans. Get more. You got ships to get them.
Right.
Like, this is not the only. Oh my God.
This will be the most noble sacrifice in the ending of history. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, for Wakanda,
it will be the dumbest sacrifice. The dumbest sacrifice in all of history. That's what it will be, because your fucking plan doesn't make any sense.
Of course it doesn't. It's
open the barrier. Why?
Battle scene.
And then run at them. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you run at them?
Hold on.
Shoot them.
Seeing T'Challa and Captain America running and outpacing everybody is one of my favorite scenes in this movie. Yes, this coming up. This coming up is one of my favorite scenes where T'Challa and Captain America are just outpacing it. Are just going full Usain Bolt, and it's like, yes, absolutely, they're damn right they are. That's one of my favorite scenes. Love that. And again, why are you going hand to hand?
Yeah.
Why are you going hand to hand? You have ships. You have ranged weapons. Use your ranged weapons.
Yeah, this is the one.
Where's all the Wakandan technology?
Wait, this is the line. This is the line.
Oh, this so invalidates what happens.
That's what killing you means.
Yeah, that's what killing you means. And it's like, so the movie is actually saying this will kill Thor. This will kill Thor. And the movie is going, we don't care if it kills Thor. We're not going to have to kill Thor anyway. So you've just invalidated the line anyway.
So I'm guessing that one of the powers of
yes, the movie gave
no. One of the powers of Stormbreaker is that it can heal.
Right, because Thor. The movie again. Stormbreaker can have whatever powers the movie wants Stormbreaker to have. That's it.
At any point in time, because it heals Thor essentially.
Yeah, it heals Thor because the movie needed it to. Why would Stormbreaker have the ability to heal? Why? Well, because the movie needs it to.
I'm just saying, if it has that, then why didn't it come back in later fucking?
Why didn't you use it to bring back Black Widow?
Well, it could have been used in the fight against Thanos, right?
Yeah, it could have. You could have done anything.
He should have just kept on healing or whatever.
And it's a good thing. And it's a good thing Groot showed up, Because if Groot
That's the
didn't
only
show up,
reason Groot
you
was
never
there.
would have gotten the handle.
See?
Yeah, it's just literally a chunk of Uru metal. That's all it is. And we can't find the shaft. Thank God Groot was there. Just
Oh, so he's noble enough, or no, you don't need
no
to.
nobility is necessary for Stormbreaker. That's not a rule.
Oh, okay. It's all right. Stormbreaker can do shit. Look.
And again, Stormbreaker suddenly gets powers because it now has a handle. But before it had the handle, it just laid there. It wasn't until it got the handle that suddenly, oh, I'm complete. I can now create magical energy. It's like, come on. How Yeah, see, he should have been torn apart right there. In that scene, when they were piling on Captain America, they literally realized, oh crap, they were tearing him to shreds. Quick, move to another scene so we don't actually show. And I love. Oh, it's not yet. Is it right now?
Where are you at? Because Thor's just arrived. That's where I am.
Now here's my question: how does Thor know that this battle is happening on Earth? How does he know this?
How does he know
no way.
Wakanda? Why would
How does he know?
Why would he think that Wakanda is the place? Why wouldn't he have gone to Titan?
There is no fucking. I don't care who you are as an apologist for this movie. There is no fucking goddamn way that Thor knew he needed to be at Wakanda.
No. Here's the thing. If he knows he needs to be at Wakanda, he would have known, therefore, if Stormbreaker could show him, oh, this is where the action's happening, right? Then he would have known that he either needs to go to Wakanda or he needs to go to Titan.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
And which one would he logically have chosen?
Yeah, but
he would have chosen Titan.
But he literally got Stormbreaker to specifically go after Thanos. Right. Thanos isn't in Wakanda in the fight scene. So why isn't he asking He should have been asking Stormbreaker, where's Thanos?
Right.
No. Instead, he goes to Earth because the movie wants him to.
Let me hear this. I just want to hear this because this is the bit you were saying where they have a talk with Thanos.
Oh, God.
Isn't he immortal? Aren't his people immortal?
Not in the MCU. Not in this movie. Not in the movies. Again, in the movies, in the MCU, you don't know what the other Titans are because they don't care to explain.
And I presume this Titan is the Titan around Saturn.
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
Like the moon around Saturn. That's what I presume this Titan
No.
is.
No. This is another planet on the far end of the universe.
Oh, okay.
So again, here, you see the conversation between Thanos and Doctor Strange. It's simply just a back and forth. It's not
no, but look, he doesn't question anything he just told him.
No, I know.
He just
says, because the movie can't.
Our will is.
But the movie can't. If you question Thanos' plan, you reveal the bullshit of his plan.
Look at this. Look at this. Why turn them to bats? Why? Like he could have just taken them out straight away.
I know.
There's no need for this.
The fight scene needs to be 7 minutes long.
He could just fake being there. He could literally fake being there, right? And be somewhere else.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah. Because Hulk. You could chop off his hand right now.
Yeah.
Chop off his hand. Chop off his hand like you did the other guy.
Now, here's what I love. All Doctor Strange can do now, all Doctor Strange's purpose is to mentally control his cape. That's all Doctor Strange is used for.
He's just look, flames. I took out the Hulk. I just threw flying flames at fucking Iron Man. He's fine. Just clothesline the fuck out of Spider-Man. He's fine.
I know.
But Hulk is gonna get done by a press slam. All right, safe.
The worst part is when, later on in the other movie, when Thanos fights Captain America, where you see Thanos just literally punching Captain America in the face.
Dude, this power scaling is trasher than I even remember it. Like
the
power scale, it's more trash than I even remember it.
No,
it is trash, bro.
I know.
This guy should have taken them out a minute ago.
I know.
Like, Spider-Man shouldn't even be alive right now. He just full-on clothesline Spider-Man with the same force of a punch that he did to fucking Hulk. Iron Man should be dead. Iron Man should be dead.
I know. And like, look, all Doctor Strange is doing is holding an arm down. That's it. That's all Doctor Strange is doing. Doctor Strange, who should be able to do
Iron Man can turn that nanotech into anything.
Yeah.
Hack his arm off.
Yeah. And now this is and it's like, dude, there is no reason for him to do this bullshit speech. None. There is no reason for Star-Lord to do this bullshit speech. Just take him off.
Help him take the thing off.
That's it. Just take it off and then do the speech.
There's he's there. Stop him.
Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to accept? She's even telling you. Mantis is even telling him, I can't do this forever, moron. And what does he do? He still keeps doing it. Still keeps doing it. It's so forced. Bullshit.
Shoot him.
Shoot him. Do something. They're all standing there. Like Tony Stark should be going, hey, Star-Lord, get your head in the game. Do you remember what's going on here? No, I'm going to spill this talk.
He can literally shoot him with a non-lethal fucking thing right now.
Anything. Do something. No, we've got to have a talk because
we got to have Thanos get the thing back. We need Thanos. And now Thanos has the thing back. Clearly, they've been shown to be capable of actually
taking it off without his help.
Yeah, so he should just have This should be no joke now. He should be killing these guys. There should be not. Look at him playing around with these guys. Still, a moon. All right, I'm gonna throw a moon at Iron Man. I'm gonna throw a moon at Iron Man. I have fucking, destroyed the Hulk so easily. I'm throwing a moon at him. But Iron Man can take it. Sure. Iron Man just took a moon. My fucking God, I forgot how bad this was.
Yeah.
Iron Man just
That's not even a moon, it's an asteroid.
An asteroid fly and smash him into the ground, and he's still alive. All right. I'm cool. I'm cool with this movie now.
Like I said, fight scenes got to be X minutes long, and they don't care what they have to do to make it that long.
The film makes no sense, dude. It's just pow, pow, pow. Let's have toys fight with each other.
That's it.
Oh, pick up your Iron Man toy and let Thanos look like it's like a child made up these action scenes, dude.
No.
New haircut. Oh, notice you copied my beard. Really great. Like right during the battle.
You do realize that there's all these creatures around you. There's none of the creatures are fighting them because they need to have this. Again, I get the joke, but it's like you're in the. There's still nobody attacking them. It's
like Captain America, most noble character ever, right? There are people dying around him, and he's stopping to make jokes with.
You got to stop to make this crap. I mean,
he's not trying to save the people dying. He's
I know and it's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
you had a machine, and then I love this. It's like, wait a minute. You had machines that could dig underneath the force field. So why did you do that 10 minutes ago? And have all of the creatures just dig under the machine.
Suddenly, look how powerful she is. Wow. Look how amazingly powerful she is. She couldn't take out 3 guys.
But she can do this. She can literally take,
the woman literally has to say, why was she up there all the time? Because it's so bad.
Even the movie knows how stupid this is. I mean, this is a woman that was taking Thanos, head on and winning, but couldn't take out the 3 lieutenants.
Right. And look again, Vision. Why is Vision should be able to fuck this guy up.
Easy.
He should be able to fuck this guy up from what he did in Age of Ultron. Easily. Yeah. He should have just killed him and taken him out straight away. Oh, now she gets knocked out. Now she can fly through a fucking building and just land like. But now she gets knocked out, Black Widow.
Well, you know why she needed to get knocked out? Because you had to have it so that.
How did she get there? Wasn't she just protecting Vision?
No, she wasn't.
Wait, no. Oh, it wasn't her. All right, it wasn't her. It was just another bald lady.
But again, you have to have a Black Widow scene, and the only way you can have a Black Widow scene is if you had Scarlet Witch knocked out, because Scarlet Witch would have taken those 3 out in 2 seconds.
Do you remember the advertising for this movie where Hulk was running with the Avengers?
Oh, you mean the trailer?
Yeah.
In the trailer, you see the Hulk running with all the other people.
Wakandans.
Yeah. In the trailer, you see the Hulk, and that's why.
Why? Thanos isn't even there. Why are you scared? Thanos isn't there.
Yeah, there's no Thanos to be afraid of.
He's just for no reason. What is his reason?
They don't. There's no legitimate reason for the Hulk not to come out. They are going out of their way to have it that we're not having. I mean, was the FX too expensive? Did Mark Ruffalo want more face time? Because that's the only legitimate reason to not have the Hulk in this.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, we did as well. We all thought he was formidable until this movie. Like, I swear to God, he was like a badass who could lift up Mjolnir in fucking previous movies.
I mean, he could do whatever. But
the movie is Superman. He was Superman. In the first fucking film he appears in, he was Superman.
Well, to a degree.
No, come on, bro. He was straight up Superman in that fucking movie. In Age of Ultron, he was like basically this universe.
He was a simplified version of Superman, though.
Yeah, he could fly. He could become dense. He had major strength. He could pick up Mjolnir. He was super fast. It was like he could do laser blasts. Oh, and now he just gets killed with a knife. Okay. Vision can't take him out. Oh, right, Vision does. Vision kills him with his own knife. All right.
Right.
And then he's got to be weak again. They have to take all the powerful characters out because their
And
movie
make
doesn't
them
make
weak,
sense.
because otherwise the battle would have been over.
Thanos doesn't even need to look. There's no need for this.
I know.
Just look, either chop off his hand or Thanos. You know what? What is this? What is this? Why is he fucking with this guy? He turns it into butterflies. All right.
Need a 17-minute
Wait
fight.
a second. Yeah. Wait a second. You're telling me you could do all of this shit,
And you never
all
did it
of this-
before.
You didn't do it when you were trying to take off his fucking when you were trying to take off his glove.
No,
You could
why would
turn
you do
yourself-
that? He was
you
too
could turn-
busy. He was too busy holding the line to hold one arm down. That
You could turn
took
yourself
all of
into
Doctor
5,000
Strange's concentration.
Yeah. 5,000 Doctor Strangers just appeared there.
Yeah, but 4,000 of them were all illusions.
No, but the illusions were doing shit to Thanos. So
Whatever.
they could have stopped Quill. He could have done one of the things and stopped Quill. Or chopped off his fucking hand. Look at this. Reality Stone. Take him out. Why is Thanos letting him do this shit?
Yeah. Like, why? There's no reason him to be taking him hand to hand.
Yeah. Oh, he can stop an Infinity Blast. That's Iron Man. Iron Man makes Batman's with enough prep time look like a fucking
I know.
like Batman street level. The fucking shit. Iron Man is the most OP superhero I've ever fucking seen. He's taking an
All that
Infinity
for a
Blast.
drop of blood, yeah.
That's death. What Thanos just did to Iron Man is death. I don't care
Right.
what anyone says. That is death.
I know.
He did that to the Hulk and fucking knocked him out. So basically, Iron Man can take a punch from Hulk. No,
you couldn't have.
to his face.
Because in I forget which Avengers movie it was, where he's fighting the Hulk, and the Hulk he never wanted to get punched by the Hulk because it was going to take him out.
Well, according to this film, he can.
Well, because this film doesn't care.
Why did he take him out with it? The Reality Stone was there for him. He's willing to kill Iron Man. This shows he's willing to kill him.
Yeah.
So why didn't he just fucking take the Reality Stone and fucking disappear his legs? Or
I know,
do
anything.
Anything. It's maddening. And spare his life for this one chance.
And then he goes, here, take
the stone. I
all,
vowed never to do it, but you know.
This is all because Thanos wants the time stone. Okay? So what does Doctor Strange do anyway? He just gives it to him anyway. He never earns it. He doesn't fight and win it. He just goes, here, take it anyway. You could have, then why did you do the fight scene if your plan was to give him the time stone in the goddamn first place?
Right, exactly. Why did you let that fight go on so long?
Yeah, your whole plan.
Why did you let Tony Stark even get stabbed? Surely in one of the realities. Wait. Can I just ask this? In 14 million realities, right? Wait, I want to see what happens before I say this, because this is important. This is important. So Thanos just disappears, right?
Yeah.
So he does nothing to heal Iron Man, right? Iron Man has to do it himself.
Right.
right? Iron Man, like basically the wound is still there. In one of these realities, or in multiple realities, I'm sure Iron Man died of this wound, right?
Right.
Because
Maybe the wound was a little bit more damaging.
right, okay. So why would Doctor Strange let it get that far? Why wouldn't he just give him the time stone before Tony's injured to ensure Tony's survival, so that Tony can sacrifice himself later?
No, because this movie, the writers don't know what they're doing, and they don't care. They can do whatever they want. The audience doesn't care,
And look at what
or they
look at
don't
what
even
he's
see it.
doing.
They don't notice this.
Look at what Thor was doing with Stormbringer in this movie, by the way. In Endgame, what does he
Yeah.
do with Stormbringer? What Breaker or whatever? Does jack shit with Stormbreaker when he can fly, he can fucking smash through ships. It takes Captain Marvel to smash through the ships instead of Thor. You know, the problem is, I think that I hate this, or not. I hate this film. I don't think it's actually as bad. You know, there's bad elements to it, but there's good elements to it. One thing I dislike so much about these comic book movies is they don't know what to do with powerful characters.
They
They don't know
don't.
how to
They
write
don't.
them. And you know what? I can respect if you don't. Just don't use them at all.
They just don't
Because
use
to
them.
have them in the film and then like just get them not doing what so clearly they can do. Like, look at this. The Hulk should come out at this point, right?
Uh,
And why is he doing this? Why not just kill him?
but if
Bang!
he can
That's
do that
death.
to the Hulkbuster,
That's
why doesn't he
death.
do that to everybody else?
That is death. He just killed T'Challa.
I know.
What he just did killed T'Challa. He is so close to the end of his game, right? Like what he wants, which is to snap half the world. He's not fucking around with this, guys. He punched T'Challa full on. T'Challa's hot, strong.
Well, you could easily go that his armor did absorb most of it.
No, T'Challa's as strong as the Hulk. That's your answer to that question.
Well, he is wearing the vibranium suit.
No, he isn't.
Yeah, he is.
You're trying to tell me T'Challa could take on Hulk?
Could take on Hulk? He
Yeah.
couldn't take on Hulk, but he could survive a punch because his vibranium armor would absorb the kinetic energy, and then he'd be able to use it up again. That was the value of the Black Panther movie.
Yeah, but come on, I mean, there's got to be a limit to that, dude.
Oh, there is.
Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, basically, what happened to T'Challa right now was like a meteor hitting him face on, because that's
Again,
how
there's only so much
is.
he can handle.
Thanos, yeah, exactly. That can't be an infinite power. It couldn't be like two worlds collide into him.
No.
He absorbs the kinetic energy of it.
I understand.
Like, Thanos is so fucking powerful in this movie.
Oh, I know. Okay, this part coming up. When Thanos starts punching Captain America.
Right. How is he doing this? How is he holding his hand?
When I saw
Bang!
Thanos,
Death!
when
Death,
I saw
bro.
Thanos, when I saw Thanos punching Captain America, I went, "Oh my God, he killed Captain America. Captain America's dead." I literally thought Captain America had died in this movie. And then what? 2 minutes later, he comes back up again. Not a mark on his face. Not even a black eye. Not a blemish. Nothing. And I'm going, what just happened?
His face should have been caved in.
Yeah, his face should have been at least give him a goddamn black eye. Something.
They just don't care.
I know.
These fans do not care about this shit, and it boggles my mind. Is it because they've got jokes and some good action, so you just don't care about
I mean,
anything?
what would it have hurt? I mean, it's not like Captain America ends up fighting anymore afterwards. So even if you had him with his face, with his jaw broken, and it's like, okay, obviously we're showing how powerful Thanos is, and Captain America, being a super soldier, is still just a human being. Have it that his face is caved in, okay? But he still won't give up. No, we're not even going to do that. We're going to have it that Thanos can punch him square in the face and doesn't even give him a black eye.
Why didn't she just kill him?
Why doesn't she just kill him now?
Why didn't you just fight, like, look, he's just like, he reorganizes things with the time stone.
Thanos uses the time stone more often than Doctor Strange does.
Right. Yeah, why didn't you do some shit before? You're powerful enough to like do all of that stuff in Endgame, but here you can't do shit.
And I like how the time, the going back in time is literally just only Vision is affected by the time going back. The entire world isn't. Everybody should have gone back in time, but no, it's literally confined to just Vision
because they need it to be. But they did show that in Doctor Strange with the apple. To be fair, in Doctor Strange they showed that with the apple that he could do it. He could change the temporality or something of a single object.
Okay, I don't remember that. But if that's the case, then fine, I'll accept that. Oh, this part. I love this part.
It's still stupid.
I love this part. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to... Okay, push pause.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. So, you have Thor. Throwing Stormbreaker. Okay? Here, and this is all Thanos had to do. I swear to God. All he had to do was this. And it would have missed him. That's all Thanos had to do. Okay, so there's Thanos, right? Thor stores Stormbreaker at him, right? You see Thanos doing the energy beam, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And it still hits him. And Stormbreaker still hits Thanos, right? Here's all Thanos had to do to avoid being hit by Stormbreaker. And then the Stormbreaker would have just hit there. That's all they had to do. That's all they had to do.
I don't get why Stormbreaker, like, it's such a weird thing. Why does he even use a blast? Why doesn't he just change reality or like fucking?
Because the look is cool.
Like
because then that would have stopped it. Then that would have stopped it.
Or he could have teleported, or he was teleporting across fucking whole universes, right? Like whole planet. Change the time around immediately. He's got so many options at this point, Thanos. Why would he let? Like, what if
he can't use it? He can't use it because otherwise it's over.
What if he did aim for the head, Thanos, dude? My dude, what if he had aimed for the head, Thanos? Then you'd be.
Why wouldn't he?
You know, it's like, no, I mean, I get it. Like, oh, he wanted to brag or whatever before he killed Thanos, so I get the stupid rationale they could come up with for why, you know, he doesn't or he didn't aim for the head. But Thanos couldn't have known that. That could have been a headshot. That could have been a fucking headshot, and then your plan would have been dead.
And who pulled out this bullshit rule that just because he didn't aim for a head, that shouldn't have killed him? If Stormbreaker is supposed to be so powerful, why didn't that kill him anyway?
Right. Because of the movie, again, needs Thanos to be alive. The movie
and again
needs Thanos to make the snap. The movie, again, needs Thor to be a moron and not aim for the head. All of these things need to happen for the movie, for them to continue the stupid movie. And that's it. That's
not only that.
The whole fucking movie is that. And that's it. And that whole last battle, epic candy for the eyes.
Yeah.
All of that could have been over a lot sooner. Everything could have been
Like,
done.
why couldn't Thanos have done a force field? Why couldn't Thanos have teleported? Why couldn't Thanos have turned Mjolnir into or Stormbreaker into a butterfly? Why would he simply resort to an energy attack when he had so many other options? It's just so. It's the fact that it's so forced, just so that you can have the plot progress from point A to point B. That's what's so frustrating to me about this movie.
Right. And that's exactly me as well. You can just keep on going with this movie. It's just, again, you take time to think. And what bothers me is that they annihilate other comic book franchises for far lesser sins. I'm sorry. Again, maybe there's not epic action scenes in X-Men. There's this one, The Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
That movie makes more sense than this movie.
Well, because it actually has a story plot.
It has a plot. There's not,
and it tries to follow it.
And it tries to follow it, right? There's not as epic action scenes. I'll give it that. Like straight up, there isn't.
No,
right?
no, they didn't have the budget.
But yeah, they didn't have the budget. But I mean, none of these action scenes make sense. It literally is like a kid took some toys, right, and went, pow, and Thanos does this, and then I'm Thor, and the other kid comes in and Thor comes in and he does this, and like Spider-Man, and they just made that into a live action scene, like that toy fight between two kids.
As an example, okay, when me and my son were watching this, when Thor came out and did everything he did, my son was absolutely ecstatic and loved every minute of it, okay? Until I actually explained, but that doesn't make any sense. And then once he realized it, he went from going, that was an amazing scene, to, oh my God, that was so stupid. Right. What I'm saying is that when people initially see these scenes, they're not registering how stupid it is. All they're registering is how cool does it look? Because I have this rule. I have this rule when it comes to movies. Make sense, looks cool. If it looks cool enough, then I can give leeway to how much it makes sense.
Yeah.
But with this movie, it's going, I don't care how much it makes sense. Or how cool it is. I'm just doing it anyway.
Right. And to be fair to the movie, I can understand why it entertains people. I really can.
I agree. I agree.
I'm not going to go in and go like, oh, it's garbage in the sense like the merits aren't there for you to see why it's entertaining.
And enjoy.
What I don't understand is why professional critics who annihilate other superhero movies, annihilate them for not making sense, would go and say that this movie is like a fucking masterpiece.
Because they want to be invited to all the press junkets. They want to be invited to the next Marvel movie.
Right.
So they have to suck dick.
Right.
For Disney.
5 comic book movies, my fucking ass. Look, you watch this movie as a critic, like from a critic's, if you're watching it from a fan perspective, I'm fine. You can enjoy this movie. Like, I get it. Watching it from a critic's perspective, this is a terrible movie.
It is
a terrible movie.
But how else are you going to get invited to it? But you got to get invited to the next MCU movie to be able to get the advanced screening. You have to tell Disney how amazing this movie was, so that you can get an advanced screening of Avengers Endgame. So if you trash Infinity War, guess what? You're not going to get an advanced copy of Endgame. You're not going to get invited to the junkets. So the critics, they don't give a shit if they're authentic or if they're full of shit. They don't give a damn. They'll do whatever it takes to get the credentials they need. So that way, people will go check their videos and go, oh, this YouTuber has an advanced screening. I'm going to go check his video. The YouTuber knows this. So the YouTuber knows that to be able to get the advanced screening, I got to suck Disney's dick. And they'll do it without any problem. They'll do it without any problem whatsoever. Actually being realistic or authentic or a legitimate critic has no relevance when it came to the MCU movies.
Right. It really did. It really did. As soon as Avengers came out, they lost all sense of fucking proportion. The fact they said Age of Ultron is good, Ant-Man and the Wasp. These are movies, like, if they were solo movies that were disconnected from this universe, they would have been annihilated by critics.
Of course they would have been annihilated.
Made by Universal Studios or fucking, anything else, they would have been, at best, like 60%.
Yeah.
At best.
But you gotta please.
Greatest comic book movie of all time. Greatest, as good as The Dark Knight. Fuck off. Fuck right off.
You have to understand though, Nerdman. The majority of the fans have an attention span of 10 minutes. So they forgot what it was. They forgot what Batman Begins was like. They forgot that movie already. So all they're seeing is Avengers, right? Infinity War. They don't remember Batman Begins. You got a lot of people that do, but the majority of them, they don't remember how amazing that movie was. It's because they forgot all about it. That's like 2 years ago. Who cares about a movie that was out 2 years ago?
It's recency bias. But here's the thing about it. Like, this movie doesn't require, like, long periods of time, whatever. But, like, it's the justification. It's like, just say you enjoy it because it's a fun fucking action flick that made you laugh a few times.
Just admit that you have to turn your brain off because there was so much stupid. The only way you can enjoy this movie is if you have to ignore all the stupid. But you got so many people going, but it wasn't stupid. Here's my justification for this. My bullshit justification for this. That's my problem.
Yeah, okay? That's it.
You want to like a dumb, stupid movie? Admit it's a dumb, stupid movie, and I am 100% behind you.
Right. That's my issue with it. Like, I'm just like, don't tell me this is a good movie objectively.
Right.
Like, it's objectively got serious fucking problems.
Yeah.
Narratively, that just mean that the whole fucking thing collapses on itself.
Or it's like God forbid a non-MCU movie has a plot hole. You'll have people making videos bitching about it.
Right.
But if it's an MCU movie with a plot hole, nobody talks about it.
Martha, they've eradicated that as critics, professional critics, eradicated
really? That was your biggest problem?
Right. There was loads of problems in that movie. I'm not going to try and rep for that movie. But this movie has just as many problems, if not more. Every fucking scene we've been
every 10, 15 minutes, it's forced and it's ridiculous. But nobody's going to mention it because it's an MCU movie, and everybody loves MCU movies.
Right. I don't know, man.
No YouTuber with a 500,000 subscriber base, okay, is going to suddenly tell their subscribers and their audience, by the way, I know how much you all love Avengers Infinity War, but let me explain to you how it's stupid. If that YouTuber does it, they're going to lose half their subscribers. The view count is going to be dropped. They're going to get ratioed. These YouTubers know that. So the YouTubers reviewing and talking about this movie either A, are so stupid that they don't even notice the stupid, or even if they did notice the stupid, they know that they have to pander to their audience.
Here's what it is. I don't think it's that stupid. This is where I disagree with you. I don't think it's that stupid. I think it's more that they grew up with these characters and they're so invested that they can't divorce themselves and look at it as a solo movie in and of itself, right? So it didn't matter what Kevin Feige did with this fucking movie.
But that's not fair because they grew up with the first Iron Man movie. which was had how much stupid and plot holes in it? None. They had Captain America. How much stupid and plot holes was in that? Hardly any. Captain America, Civil War.
I don't like Thor, but it doesn't have plot holes in it.
Right.
Not
So you have the MCU
Ultron,
movies.
even Ultron. Which
Ultron. Where's all the stupid and plot holes? There were none.
There were not plot holes in that movie. It wasn't.
Right.
I thought the movie was just boring and vapid.
Right.
And the action wasn't very creative.
But there was no stupid and plot holes. So as a fan of the MCU movies, you should be used to you should be used to MCU movies that don't require stupid every 15 minutes, don't require forced plot advancement. That's because that's what the MCU did up until, after the Age of Ultron. After that, all of a sudden now we're starting to insert stupid and plot holes. No, you've been used to the fact that the movies may not have been all great, but they were all trying to have a consistent story, a consistent plot. Then Infinity War comes out and goes, we don't need no stinking plot. We don't need no cohesion. And there's no reason for you not to notice that unless you either
you're willfully not trying.
You're willfully choosing either to go, I don't care that it's stupid, and if that's your reason, I'm still trashing you for it because you're giving it an excuse it doesn't deserve, or you actually didn't know, because I've discussed these movies with a bunch of people, and whenever I bring up a situation on how stupid it is, you get this look of, oh, I never even thought of that. You got all these.
I think they literally again. I don't know. It's strange to me. Like, I can watch something like BVS, right, and be like, for whatever reason, I like that movie, right. But nonetheless, I realize there's a bunch of stuff in it that is problematic. It's ultimately problematic.
And we'll acknowledge that.
And I'll acknowledge it. And I'll say, yeah, even still, I like the movie. It's probably a bad movie, probably deserves, I don't think it deserved 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it could have been a little bit higher than that. But nonetheless, I get it, right? Yeah. Like, I get, like, the complaints about that movie. There needs to be some sense in which you can divorce yourself from your fan mentality and be like, hey,
there's no reason
there's serious problems with this movie. And the reason you should say that, and the reason I say what's bad about BVS is because I hope it will improve later on.
They don't have to.
I hope they'll improve their movies later on. But this, what you're telling the MCU by just saying, hey, Infinity War and Endgame is okay, is what you're basically saying, hey,
do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Have Hulk turn purple and grow wings. It doesn't make a difference to the fans. They don't care.
Because, that was like a comic once, like this, guys, come on, man.
I can give you a half dozen comic book movies, okay, that have an absolutely airtight story and plot. So don't tell me it needs to be.
Hey, Pickle. But yeah.
And then what's gonna happen in this movie? Half of the people are gonna die. Gee, everybody's going, oh, I started crying when that happened. The trailers showed it was gonna happen. Don't act like this was a shock to you. You had for months before this movie come out, people were talking about who's gonna die, who's not gonna die. Oh my God. Right. And then you had these bullshit artist YouTubers and reaction going, oh my God, I cried when T'Challa died. Bullshit. Okay. You're a better actor than half the actors in this movie. Okay?
You didn't cry. Nobody
okay?
fucking cried. There's nothing emotional going on in this movie.
You knew
most
they were going to die. You
most
knew they were going to
emotional,
die.
the most emotional scene for me was just because of the music, the soundtrack behind it, and that
Oh,
was
okay, yeah.
when Gamora died, and I was just
Right.
like, the music is good behind this. That's why
Oh,
it's making me feel
soundtrack
stirring
is
some
great.
emotions. But there's nothing like unless you're fully invested in these characters from previous movies. That's the only, and you're essentially transporting your emotions from previous iterations of these characters to this movie. That's the only way you feel emotion.
Well, yeah, because you're carrying them over from the previous movie.
You're carrying the emotions over. It's not the effect. If you hadn't watched any MCU movie and then you just watch this movie, you'll feel nothing. I think personally, I don't think you'd feel anything for anybody.
There is no, because there's no reason to.
The movie gives you no reason to. In fact, it gives you more reason to hate characters that were actually established a little bit better, like Quill. Yeah, he was dumb, but he wasn't a fucking 6-year-old moron.
Right.
Like in previous movies. Like this one made him an impetuous 6-year-old idiot.
Yeah.
Who's willing to sacrifice the whole universe for his
so he can have a
girlfriend.
temper tantrum.
So he can have a temper tantrum. It's like, now I just don't like your character. Now I want you to die. You know, it's like, and then Gamora, oh, shoot me for fucking 10 minutes when she knows her fucking guy has a fucking reality stone. He's just shown what the reality stone can do, and even if this guy shoots you, it's still not gonna fucking work. So what is the point of that emotional scene right there? Now I hate you as a character, and I want
because
you to
the movie relies on the fact that the audience can only have an emotional attachment if they don't have the level of intelligence to understand that's what Thanos can do. You have to purposely ignore and tell your brain, Thanos can do this. Thanos can't do this. That's why this scene is emotional.
But that's what's so dumb is it just happened.
I know.
It wasn't like it was like several scenes ago.
Oh, I know.
Or in a previous movie. He just did it. He just showed what the reality stone could do.
Right.
And then he never uses the reality stone again.
And the audience who loves this movie and defends this movie literally forgot that. It was gone. Their attention span doesn't last long enough to recall the fact that 2 minutes ago, Thanos used the reality stone on Drax and just decimated him. That's why I have no sympathy for being nice to people who are purposely shutting off their brain to be able to have this movie work. Which is why I have a channel. Which is why my channel doesn't grow, because I'm telling people how stupid they are. People have a problem. People have a problem when I tell them how stupid they are. I don't know why.
Anyway, Pickle, I've sent you the link, bro. You guys sound so idiotic. I love it. Anyway, let's finish this movie. So on 1, 2, 3, go when you're ready to do it. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
I may be idiotic. Problem is, I'm also not wrong.
Yeah.
And then we have this scene that has absolutely no justification for.
What happens with the daughter here?
I think she says what now or something.
Everything. I do like this actually. You know, the guy, they did a hell of a job in realizing Thanos, and they chose a really good actor to voice act this.
What did it cost? Nothing. It cost nothing. Everything, my ass.
Yep. Half the universe.
And not only that, why did that now destroy the Infinity Gauntlet? Why did that destroy the Infinity Gauntlet? There's no reason to.
I don't know. It's so powerful what he did. It's like, I don't know.
So, what if he had only killed 30% of all living beings? What if he killed only 25%? If does that mean that he couldn't have killed 75% of the universe? You don't just arbitrarily have the Infinity Gauntlet be destroyed because you want it to. Give us a reason. Give us some rules so that we can follow as an audience. This movie doesn't give a shit.
Are Thanos' people dying as well? Like half?
Well, yeah, everybody, half of everything. Because again, he says it's totally random. That's why it's fair.
Oh wow! See, this is the thing. It's like this was upsetting to people somehow. The way they've even shot this, it's like it's so
anticlimactic.
Yeah, you're like, where's the music? Where's the soaring music to really so that you feel all of this? It's like it's so.
It's just happening.
TV level of. With the noise of them disappearing, it's like this should be like epic music, should a score like punctuating what's happening so that you feel it emotionally, and it's like I don't know. That's why I don't feel anything when this is happening, because I don't care about these characters, and they're doing nothing with the film.
And we know that they're coming back anyway.
Yeah,
we know they're coming back.
But this is what I'm saying about the MCU. They're doing nothing with the filmmaking techniques to actually make you feel the scene at all. It's just, I guess it relies on, oh, you care about Drax. I don't give a shit about Drax. I'm sorry.
You wanted, if they wanted to shock me, they should have gotten rid of Iron Man. If they had gotten rid of Iron Man, then I would have gone, okay, now you guys did something amazing. But they're not going to get rid of Iron Man.
No, exactly. Doctor Strange, all the characters you don't care about, basically.
All the characters that don't need to be alive died.
Yeah. Basically, they should have got rid of Captain America or Iron Man to make this really mean anything.
Yeah, because those are the only two characters that have any major significance.
This is good acting by Tom Holland, by the way. But
again, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with acting and stuff.
You know, the lines aren't great, but like,
he doesn't write the lines; he just says them.
Yeah, he just says them, and he did a good job. But the whole problem with it again is you're doing nothing with this needed music behind it. I'm sorry, just as a critique of the scene, you needed something to punctuate it to really get like. You know, the emotion stirring over the loss of these people. The actors are doing their job.
Yeah, the actors are doing their job. I don't have a problem with the actors. And it's like, I don't know why Nebula has a problem. Nebula, I don't see why Nebula even cares. And I love how the Hulkbuster is out of the stone. I like how the Hulkbuster is now out of the stone for no reason.
Yeah. How did he get out of the stone?
How
Yeah,
do you
that's
get out of
so
the
cool.
stone? Oh, who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. We don't have to
To
explain
be
it.
fair,
The audience
I
doesn't
don't.
care.
Yeah, to be fair, there's so much stupid in this movie that doesn't even bother
That's
me.
what I mean. Like, there was no reason to have the Hulkbusters out there. You could have had it that they had to drill them and rescue Bruce Banner. Fine. Don't just
Listen,
have him out and about.
listen
And
to
then here
this
he
music.
is. All of this so that he can, plant the garden.
Yeah. I mean, this is the music that should have been
Yeah, this is, yeah.
playing when they were dying. Like, this would have helped a lot.
And it's like, that's it. I'm done. I'm good.
It's a. I'll give it this. It's a nice ending, but like, everyone knew that was going to happen. I mean, I
You
don't
knew it was coming.
like.
Yeah.
I
Don't.
don't know why people pretend
You were
oh
discussing this.
my god, I was shocked by this.
This was online for months. Okay.
Like,
It
what's
was
going to
online
happen?
for months. And everybody's acting like that it was a shock when it happened. Please. Yeah, that's Infinity War.
I like the last shot of Thanos just smiling. I think that's a really strong
It's a good
ending.
strong, but it's like you did all that just so that you could do this. And it's like this is your payoff. And it's like, okay, so now what? Well, in the second movie, we don't need Thanos anymore. So that's why we have Thor kill him, because the whole purpose it's just
Yeah, that Thanos should have been throughout the second movie, man.
yeah.
It would have helped it a lot. Because this movie basically is like, it's fairly entertaining because of Thanos and his speeches and
And
that
the
kind of
special
thing,
effects and the fight scene.
and the fight scenes. But logically, it makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense because it doesn't have to. Doesn't have to. Everybody who loves this movie doesn't care about the stupid, doesn't care about the forced plot. They're just going in saying, entertain me. And if I have to shut my brain off to enjoy it, then that's what I have to do. And all I'm doing is pointing out, you're right. You do have to shut your brain off to like this movie. Like I said, this is not going to be the most popular of live streams because we're talking about a topic that nobody is going to agree with.
Yeah,
But at
don't
the
worry.
same time, nobody can.
Phil Pickle and me have this argument all the time.
They're not gonna.
He's a good guy, but like, you can rap for it all you want, Phil Pickle. You know for a fact, like, this what we've said, like the plot holes and plot.
You can't challenge the problems with the movie. The best you can do is just say, I'm ignoring them. And I'm going, fine, you're ignoring them. That still doesn't eliminate the fact that there's all this stupid in the movie. Just because you're ignoring it doesn't mean it goes away.
Right.
I don't have a problem people liking stupid movies. Okay? I forget what the name of this one movie was. Not Spaceballs. It was this one movie in the 90s or whatever, and it was this really bad, corny, cheesy alien invades Earth movie, right? And it's really bad. It's really corny, but I enjoyed it. Okay, but I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to go. It's not stupid. I'm not going to go. It's not corny. I'm going to admit that it's corny. I'm going to admit that it's stupid, but I still enjoyed it. Okay? But if I were to go, no, I'm ignoring all the stupid. This is a great movie. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got to head out soon.
Yeah, I'm like literally like I'm just waiting for this thing to finish.
Oh, what, for the end credit scene or the post credit scene?
Post credit scene. I am doing another live stream, like pretty much after this is my comeback stream. But I thought I'd just do this as a intro to that, even though my camera is fucked. Can barely see me. I'm like a shadow in the
You
darkness.
gotta start lighting candles. Get some candles lit
Get
up.
some candle action in here. I kind of look groovy though. I like it.
Yes, for some reason, the less we see of you, the better you look.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what all the women say.
That's what all the women say. That's why women want sex in the dark, because the less they see you, the better you look.
This music's quite good.
Again, I'm not a big fan of music scores. Like, I'm
No,
not
but
saying John Williams isn't amazing, but to me, it's like, okay, I guess. I'm not a big.
oh, come on, bro. John Williams is awesome.
No, I can appreciate the music. Appreciating the music on its own, I can. Like, I could listen to I have the Star Wars soundtrack, okay? And I can play that, and I can enjoy it. But to me, it's like, if it wasn't in the movie, it wouldn't have lessened it for me, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. But I was gonna say that the I wish this score had punctuated the movie more. Maybe I didn't notice it or something, but the score of this movie, apart from the only bit I remember is that Thanos scene where he's killing Gamora. Apart from that,
it's the only one that had like a punch to it.
Yeah, like it doesn't really stand out that much. I'm sure it's good in places, but I literally can't remember much about the score.
Again, not enough to stand out, and that's why it didn't mean anything. Oh my God, how long is this?
Yeah, why did it like 6? I would never sit through like these things to see one of these scenes, man.
Yeah, the thing is, usually while we're waiting for the post-credit scene, you and your friends are arguing about the movie in the first place and just talking about it.
All right, I've never.
That's what helps take the time.
I only saw the last MCU movie I saw was Black Widow, and I just walked out before the end credits.
Oh, I was laughing too hard during Black Widow. That was hilarious. I
didn't like that movie. I thought that movie was quite good. Like I know it had a lot of stupid. It had a lot of stupid with her being able to do anything she wants. And because they know MCU fans will accept it.
I know.
Human. She's only human, but she can fall and.
Oh yeah.
Just
the one scene. The one really funny weird thing is when the little sister imitates when she goes to a Black Widow. How do you do that pose where you got your legs stretched out and your head back? It wasn't until I saw that in the movie when I went, "Oh my God, that's the Trinity pose from the Matrix movie."
Yeah.
Because I think it was in the second movie where Trinity has the motorcycle and shoots it into the building and she's doing the Black Widow pose.
Right, but the funny thing was about that though is I literally didn't know. I hadn't been. I wasn't like super. I wanted to see the Black Widow film. I thought it was going to be good, but I wasn't like watching every trailer or watching all the scenes.
Oh yeah.
So most of it I went in blank to, and I saw that bit in the movie, and I was like, "What is she doing?" Like I didn't know what she was doing, and then the light bulb went, and then I saw that she was like imitating Black Widow, and I just thought it was so hilarious. Her comedy timing in that was fucking brilliant. I have to say, she's another one like Robert Downey Jr. She can pull off the comedy. You know, if you've got somebody, an actress like that who can really deliver on the comedy, use it. If you don't, if you've got Batista, just cut the comedy out, please. I'm sorry.
Add your 2 or 3 lines and you're fine.
Yeah.
But then again, who's going to go up to Batista and say, "Hey, Batista, sit down, shut up"?
How long is this? When's the end credit scene?
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right, man. When is this fucking end credit scene?
Oh my God. You could have gone to the concession stand and bought another thing of popcorn. And I'm just so used to watching it online that I just fast forward through all this stuff.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Now, okay, we're at the main. Oh, fuck. Hold on a second. Hello? Hi.
Oh, wait, what? It's too bad.
Someone's reminding me why I have to get off soon.
All right, no worries, man. Thanks for like joining.
Oh, again, I didn't remember what the post credit. Oh, here we go.
Right.
Oh, is it just the scroll scene?
I don't know why planes aren't flying, like crashing into the ground and shit. Like they should have done that. That would have been cool.
Yeah, the fact that they're scrolls. This was just such.
Oh, there's a helicopter. There you go.
Yeah, there's a helicopter.
Fair enough.
Oh, great. Now I'm lagging.
Oh, now he calls her.
Mm.
Didn't decide to call her when Loki was taking over the planet. Didn't decide to call her when fucking... But he did it in time. What does it say, Carol Danvers, or does it say...
Hold on. I lagged out for a bit.
Oh, it just does the... Oh, right. That's cool. That's cool. Look, dude, my final assessment of this movie, I understand why people like it. I'm not gonna like fucking lie.
I understand why you like it.
But I didn't remember just how much stupid was in like this shit. Like, because I've argued it plenty of times, and obviously the big moments stand out for me. But there's so much small stupid in this as well, and plot convenience, and then the dumb jokes. And all of that stuff is just littered in this movie, and I don't understand how any critic who can look themselves in the mirror, you know,
They can look themselves, not a problem.
Apologize. Like, even if you just said, I think this movie's good, but like it has lots of plot holes and plot conveniences. But ultimately, you know, it's for kids and it's for, you know, people who like comic books who can suspend their disbelief. But seriously, this has more plot holes and plot conveniences than any comic book movie I've seen. But it's enjoyable. I'd take that as a, you know.
I'll take that, but they're not going to do that.
They don't even do that. I mean, I don't know how you can.
It's one of the best movies of all time, and it's blah 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 blah.
Right? It's not. It's just not.
Like, how's this? It's the best comic book movie until the next comic book movie that everybody loves, and then that becomes the next best comic book movie. Because Batman Begins, as I recall, Batman Begins was the best comic book movie ever.
Well, that's actually the best comic
book movie. I'm saying until the Avengers movie comes out, and then that Avengers movie is the best.
The Avengers was never the best comic book movie.
And then once the next Avengers movie comes out, that's the best comic book movie.
But they should have never even said that.
Yeah.
Cool. Sup, dude. They never should have said the Avengers, or at best, I would have said like something like Dark Knight. After Dark Knight, there was really just The Watchmen. That's the only other movie I can think of that maybe Sin City as well, but like Sin City
was good. I like Sin City.
It's not the greatest because there's I think you've only got 3 contenders. It's Watchmen.
It's the greatest movie until it's the greatest movie until you're told the next greatest movie ever.
I
That's
think you've
all.
got Watchmen, V for Vendetta,
The Vendetta was good. I like that one.
and The Dark Knight. I don't know that you have any other movies that
Yeah, unless it makes
maybe.
box office breaking money, it's not one of the best movies ever. It has to make
Yeah,
it. You can't have a movie that only makes $300 million and still be the best movie ever.
be the
It's got
greatest
to break at
possible
least
on the board.
$1 billion.
But that's nonsense. Most of the ones that break $1 billion are not
It
that
doesn't
good.
matter. It doesn't matter. This is the
Like
criteria.
Aquaman is like it's horrible. Doesn't have as many plot holes or plot conveniences as this movie, but it's got bad acting, it's got bad jokes, it's got you know terrible dialogue, exposition out of the
Aquaman is a
wazoo.
good example. Okay, I still
Yeah,
enjoyed Aquaman. Okay,
yeah.
I still enjoyed it. I'm not saying it didn't have problems, but it's like, okay, I know I have to shut my brain off for this to happen. I'm
No,
consciously doing it.
you have to stop being like just not hypercritical. I'm not talking about hypercritical, like nitpicking,
Oh yeah, I
right?
don't get. If I
Like
wanted to nitpick,
Aquaman, you have to like shut off like just like a basic critical part of your brain to be able to be like, okay, this movie's okay, like this movie's fun, because the dialogue is trash.
especially
I mean
near
the
the
basic
end, especially near the end.
script. I mean, like when there's a bit where the guy goes, "Oh, you can't cry under sea because the water
Or the
wipes away
water
your
hides your
tears."
tears.
And it's so awful. I mean, like this guy, like to
And I
really,
think that's in a song. I think that's in a song. That's why they cry in the rain, so it doesn't
yeah,
hide tears.
it's a really really terrible. But anyway, man,
Anyway, I
look,
gotta get going.
I'm gonna close out. So, guys, definitely subscribe to Jaded Fanboy.
If you want.
Yeah, if you want, but he's really fun and he's got a fun channel. This is me, Hot Takes Tuesdays. My reaction or my discussion of Avengers Infinity War. I think this is the last time I'm going to try and talk about this movie because
There's no
it,
point.
it just gives me a fucking headache. I don't think it's very good as a film, as a piece of fun popcorn entertainment. I can get why people like it. That's my final word on it. That being said, please subscribe, give me a high five, smash the like button. Is there anything else that I need to do? Oh, a comment. I love the comments. Tell me how much you love this movie, how much of an idiot I am. That's fine with me. And other than that, I'm going to see you on the flip side, and I love you 3000. Peace.
See ya.